on Salvage Hunters. Drew visits the Isle of Man, where he gets nostalgic over a motorbike.
No way, I haven't seen one of these since I was a kid.
And makes a rare find.
Oh, that's lovely. I've never seen one. I've only read about them.
He tests the waters at a Manx salvage yard.
I mean, is it cheaper out here to buy out here or not?
You'll find out.
And he travels across the island to a remote furniture studio that turns up trumps.
Spud. Just two of the best things I've bought in ages.
Oh, well, that's nice to hear.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Hello. Wow, that's unbelievable. That's an absolute gem.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
I really like that. Look at that statue there.
It's over 2,000 years old.
No.
In his hunt for treasure,
Nope, I'm going to keep those.
everything has its price.
I'll give you £500 for them.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And there's nothing he won't buy.
You wouldn't buy that, would you?
Just watch us.
With help from his wife Rebecca
You do what you do, and I'll do the selling here then.
and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems.
This is sold, isn't it?
Salvage expert Drew Pritchard
Put them in
travels
front,
far
the
and
other-
wide
the other
to
correct
keep his
way round.
warehouse in North Wales full of fresh and interesting stock.
The polished radiators can go in there as well now. Got loads more room in here now.
This time, he and T are heading into new territory on a week's trip to the Isle of Man. He's taking a risk. It's a long journey. It's just over an hour's drive east to the Liverpool ferry port, followed by a 2-hour, 45-minute ride on the Irish Sea to the island's capital, Dublin.
What are we actually going to find here?
I've no idea, but I mean, you can already see some really old housing stock there, so you never know. And it's supporting 2 salvage yards on that island, so there's got to be something. I've never been here, but then again, I've never known anybody else to ever be here. Saying, oh, I'm just off to the Isle of Man buying antiques. No, never heard it, so who knows?
The Isle of Man has 86,000 residents, living in small towns and villages that dot the countryside. The island is 33 miles long and 13 miles wide. It's a crown dependency with its own government, thriving tourism industry and rich cultural history. The Celts were among its first inhabitants, and its name is said to come from the Celtic sea god, Manannán, who protected the island from invaders by shrouding it in mist. Today, it's famous for a particular event. The TT is one of the most prestigious motorbike races in the world, and a huge draw for the island, attracting more than 30,000 tourists each year. The top riders cover 226 miles. That's 6 hair-raising laps around the island on public roads. Drew will be travelling some of the course in his search for treasures.
Sun's come out.
I know, it's nice, isn't it? Weekend after the TT. Still loads of bikers around.
Yeah. Are you going to make me do some work?
You haven't started yet, to be perfectly honest with you. Just getting warmed up.
Drew's first port of call is just 10 minutes south of Douglas in Santon. A scenic area set in low hills that slope towards the coast.
We're off to museum, which can prove problematic.
Yeah, they normally don't want to part with the good stuff, do they?
But it's okay. It's a motorbike museum, so it's going to be fun.
You're just going to play with motorbikes all
Yeah.
day?
Murray's Motorcycle Museum is right on the TT course. Its owner, Peter Murray, has lived on the island for over 60 years and is a lifelong motorcycle collector. He took over the museum from his dad, who started the business in the 1950s.
It's the way I dream of a motorcycle museum to be. A bit of everything, and it's not polish. You don't smell polish here, you smell oil. It looks like a motorcycle shop rather than a museum. So I've got bits of furniture and stuff like that that I think he might be interested in. We'll have a go at that and see what we can do a deal.
Here we go.
Murray's Motorbike Museum.
Oh, look at that. Got a little 50cc kids bike.
Little crosser.
Always wanted one of them. Do you reckon he'll let me have a go?
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Drew, how are you?
Fine, thank
T.
you.
How are you?
You all right?
Fantastic. I can't tell you how much I've been looking forward to this, to be honest with you.
Good man.
Is this here to play on?
This is to play on, and the children and even adults have the photographs taken on that.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Big fella like that can have a sit on
Really?
it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Turning back the clock at Kiddie again.
We're putting a cheeky bid in.
Yeah. Come on, I want to get inside and see the museum. Stop messing about.
Come on in, let's have a look.
Oh, yes, now you're talking. Oh, brings back a lot of memories seeing these bikes. Oh, Greaves. No way, I haven't seen one of these since I was a kid. I burnt my leg on there. I've still got a mark on the inside of my
They
leg.
all do.
From there. And the Scott there.
Yeah.
God, look at the wear on that.
Oh, that's one of the old ones.
Murray's Motorcycle Museum is fantastic. It's got barn finds through to race bikes from the 90s, all the way back to probably 1900, some of the stuff in here. Now that takes me back.
The Inter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a few of these in the house. When I was a child, I was brought up around my father's collection of motorbikes, which was vast. I remember sitting having my breakfast, and there was one of those without the forks and the wheels on it sitting in front of me on the kitchen table while my dad was coach lining the tank. All of these bikes have got memories for me. The smell, the feel, and just the whole jumble of it all I adore. So how many bikes have you got total in the collection?
I never count, honestly.
It's probably best.
You don't, do you?
What's your favourite?
If I was like sold up, and the one I would keep would be the outfit,
Really?
and I'll tell you why. Dad and I bought that one, a brand new 21 Triumph, for £100.
You're joking.
The only thing that's not original on this is tyres, tube, air, oil and petrol. Everything else is 100%.
The seat is, look at, there's no wear or anything on it, is there? This thing was never used. This was a brand new 1920s bike when they found it.
Have a sit on it.
Just please. So what would it cost today? I know it's priceless to you, and but what do you reckon it's worth?
70.
Fantastic. And this is the one. Well, after that story,
Oh well,
I'd keep it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a collection. Quite a collection. What's that? There's something in here that I buy. These chairs.
That chair is TT history.
Is it?
They come out of the old timekeeper's box.
But they've got the maker's mark here.
Yeah.
And they're made by High Wycombe, there, see? This is what I would term a draftsman's chair, and I have, at the moment, 4 or 5 of these chairs in stock. I love them. But that was in a timekeeper's booth. Ergo, it's not for sale.
No, sir.
All right, fair enough.
It's a bit of history.
OK.
Unfortunately, you'll come across that word no.
That's all right. That's all right.
But as long as we're having
That's
fun
okay.
talking.
That's OK. Buying from a museum of any type, particularly a private museum, is difficult. And if I don't walk away with anything, I don't. I'm having a great time anyway, but we'll just see what happens. So where's next? You've got an upstairs.
Upstairs,
yeah?
let's go upstairs. Come on in here and let's see what we got in here.
Some of these pictures are brilliant, aren't they? Ah, I can see bits already. Plenty of old leathers. I do love a good leather jacket if there's an early one. Oh, what's that? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Lovely piece of automobile clothing. Very nice.
This leather driving coat is from the early 20th century, when British bicycle manufacturers first started making motorbikes, and the new sport of motorcycle racing emerged. Despite its age, it's in excellent condition and could fetch about £400.
Cars and motorbikes, that could be a late. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Fits you.
Fits you, perfect. That's lovely. I've not seen this type before, and it looks quite early, and it's got a really nice sort of double button breast arrangement right all the way down the front. Very, very supple, pale brown leather, long and in nice nick.
You interested?
Possibly. What sort of money? You'll have to guide me on this one.
Make me.
Do I want that? It's a nice early one. Yeah, I do actually. I think it's really beautiful. 60 quid.
It's yours. Thank you
And,
for
and that's a good,
and thank you for being a gentleman, because I wouldn't have a clue.
Oh, I'm really pleased with that. Really
Good
pleased
man,
with that.
as long as you're happy.
No,
and
I am
I'm
happy with that, Peter. Marvellous.
Yeah.
Got all sorts in here then. What else have we got? That's of interest. Is it broken?
No,
Is it all right, is it? Because the glass breaks on these and then they're worth nothing.
no,
That's not bad. Mirror back? Yes.
yeah.
Quite a basic one. Still, always ask for them.
Good man.
Rough, but the glass is there. Broken mirror. That condition. That condition. Condition. £75.
We're doing well here.
Yep, that's fine. I'm being fair. I'm being fair.
We're having a good day.
We are
The sun's shining and everybody's happy.
Right, where's next? We've got another one to look at.
Yeah, let's have a look in here.
That was good. We've done well so far.
Come on in, boys. Oh, dear.
Oh, now you're talking. So you don't really get in here very often. This isn't open to the public, obviously.
No, no, no.
Museums are brilliant because you chaps are always squirreling stuff away.
Well, with squirrels, you can't help it, can you?
You know what this is, T?
Something to do. It's compact, so something to do with shipping or caravans.
Shipping.
Or...
In the early 1900s, washstands like this were common in passenger ships' cabins. This one, made of tropical hardwood with bronze fittings, still has its original mirror, sink, soap trays and tin wastewater canister. Restored, it's worth about £1,200.
Well, it's for sale if you're interested.
I think it's down to price.
Go on then.
I think it's down to price. That's all it is. Because I'm not mad keen to own it.
Go on then.
Architectural salvage expert Drew Pritchard is on a shopping trip to the Isle of Man off the northwest coast of England in the Irish Sea. Both Drew and T have been revelling in its rich motorcycle history.
What could possibly go wrong?
They're having a ball at Murray's Motorcycle Museum.
Greaves? No way. I haven't seen one of these since I was a kid.
But in an upstairs storage room, Drew and owner Peter Murray have yet to agree to a price for this antique washstand from a ship.
Go on then.
All I see is work.
Breathe heavy.
It's a low bid.
Go on.
150 quid.
60, 160.
Yeah, I'm not arguing over a tenner. You sure?
Good man.
Happy.
I'm happy because you're happy.
For that to be attractive to me, it had to be the right price. It is, because there's work to do. It needs a full French polish all over. The mirror's got to come off and be re-glued, and and the bottoms come off it. Apart from that, that's ready to go, and there's profit in that. Super stuff. That's a nice piece, that.
This
All phosphor
1930s military spotlight is in excellent condition, with original phosphor bronze frame, copper fittings, lens and reflector plate. With a quick polish, it could sell for about £600.
And it's complete and undamaged. These were things that you'd use every day, all day. So there's always like the wing nuts are broken, or the lens is broken, or it's scratched, or it's been overpainted time and time again. This one hasn't. This one's had a really easy life and it's in beautiful condition.
You'd make a bob or two on that.
I'd like to.
I'll play the violin while you're thinking about it. What do you think? 3? You'll make money on 3.
I was looking at paying 250, but you've been fair with everything else.
Good man.
For £300 we'll have that. There's still a profit in it, because there's very little work to do to it. But he's been fair, so let's give him one back. It's always good to buy the best of something, and that's pretty damn good. There are more old bikes down here as well. Hang on. Where'd you get that?
Let's pick it up.
Oh, that's lovely.
This cast iron sailor was a Royal Navy donation box. It's a rare find, dating to the late 19th century. It needs extensive restoration, but once repaired, it could be worth around £1,000.
And it's just got it all. It's got history, originality, original paint. I've never seen one. I've only read about them.
I know they're rare.
It's just got it. It couldn't be more me. I've got to ask, what do you want from him?
You make me offer on that one.
I'm guessing.
Go on.
450. I'm guessing. I've not owned one ever. I've never owned one. I've never been offered one. I've only read about them.
6. I mean, you ain't going to pick them up every day, are you? And you learn on that.
You know what? I don't know.
They are 6. I made you
I
moan.
like the way you did that.
I just every now and again I don't want to think about it. I just want to buy it.
You're happy?
I'm very happy. Thank you.
That's what it's all about.
That's made my day. That's absolutely made. The other stuff is making wages. This has made my day.
There you are.
That's just
I
superb.
walked past that when we were going to do it. I flicked it. I thought, let's cast. Why has Drew not seen that? And then I thought, well, you must have seen it. So I didn't say anything.
I was stood here and I was looking, and I only went back over because I thought, oh, that's a Lambretta wheel. It's the only reason I went back over.
Well,
And then I just saw his face sticking out.
I thought, you must have seen him. I'm not going to say anything. Next time, that'll teach me.
Be careful, this little chap.
Little chap.
Yeah, quite heavy. The feeling of finding something like that, it makes the job worth doing. I might buy 30 or 40 things before I get that special oomph, that feeling, that rush that you get when you find something that good. I'm so lucky to do what I do for the very reason of finding that piece. Give it a good airing, I think. Not bad. It's not bad at all, that.
Going up.
There you are, Coco.
Superb.
You had a nice day.
Great day. Really enjoyed
Sun shining.
it. Sun shining, old bikes and a bit of antiques.
Oh, I've fully enjoyed it. We've had great crack and done a bit of business. Nice day and everybody's happy.
We need to pop that little motorbike in.
Peter, thank you. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Really, really enjoyed it.
I
Thank you so
fully
much.
enjoyed it, like the sun shining.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
But you still want to shave.
Yeah,
Good luck, gents.
Definitely. See ya. Thank you. Wasn't that brilliant?
It was, and I got to ride that little motorbike.
Oh, loved it. There's nothing about today I didn't like. All of the pieces have got money in them. I'm hoping the little cast iron fella has as well. Is it open, T?
Yeah.
After a good night's rest at a hotel on the Prom in Douglas, it's only a few minutes' drive to a salvage yard on the edge of town.
Today we're off to Manx Architectural Salvage. Meet a couple of business partners, 2 blokes, and they are going to show us around their yard they've just moved into very recently.
I'm Lee Mayers.
And I'm Richard Melliwish, and we're at Manx Architectural Salvage in Peel Road in Douglas.
We do a good selection of fireplaces, old cast iron radiators, the odd bit of furniture, anything that interests us and may interest the public as well.
I'll be interested to see this. It's a salvage yard on an island I didn't think was big enough to support a salvage yard. what is it, 30 miles by 15 miles?
Yeah,
It's not big, is it?
Hopefully rich pickings.
The best thing about this is the quality of the stock from the 19th century. The housing stock is high, so that means they're going to have filled all of these houses with good quality pieces in the day. And it being an island, it won't have gone far. Perfect. Yeah, that's the place. Lovely job. I'm looking for old, top of the line. That's what I'm after. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Lee, Richard?
Yeah, I'm Richard.
I'm Lee.
Lee? Richard, how you
Hi,
doing?
Drew. Nice to meet you. Hi, nice to see you.
So this is Manx Architectural Salvage.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been here?
Here since January the 10th, but on the island in another yard since 4 or 5 years ago.
Does everything have to get brought in, or are you salvaging from the island?
No, it's all from the island, or most of it is. Occasionally we have to go across and get stuff.
Yeah.
But 95% is off the island, on the island rather.
A lot of it Victorian as well.
Yeah, there was a big building boom, 1880s.
This is all the housing stock that we're in the middle of
Yeah,
here.
that all looks the same,
Yeah.
all built at the same time, all had the same sort of stuff in.
Okay.
All been stripped out in the 60s and chucked away. And people are now putting back. Yeah.
Well, you've got a big mix of everything, really, from
Yeah.
rare edosses all the way through to horns, actually, which I quite like the look of those over there. I buy a lot of these. It's a shame they've drilled the shield at the back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it cheaper out here to buy out here or not?
You'll find out.
I've still got skin on it. Ew. It's quite good, though.
Yeah.
It's quite sort of devilish looking,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
I tell you who'd really like it back in the yard.
Enzo.
Enzo would be all over it.
Mounted skulls were popular decorative items in Victorian country homes. This goat's head, circa 1900, is mounted on an oak shield and is in excellent condition. On the mainland, it could fetch about £180.
So this one's 50 quid. So that's very good value, to be honest with you guys.
Yep.
Yep, there you go.
Do you have a trade price or not?
Go on,
I don't know. 40 quid? Yeah.
go on then.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good buy. Just because that shape on the side there is quite good, isn't it? First deal was good, because I've started to know a few things are priced. They've only just moved in, so not everything's priced. They're priced at £50. That's a great price for those, you know? I can't buy them for that on the mainland. So immediately, I'm finding things that are cheaper to buy out here. That's what I was hoping for. The other thing I saw immediately was the urn there, that one. I also spot what I think is an original Andrew Handyside of Derby urn. Just need to ascertain whether or not it's a real one or not. It certainly looks it.
In the Victorian era, Andrew Handyside and Company made everything from small garden ornaments to public postboxes and bridges. This urn dates to the late 19th century, and with such quality casting, could fetch about £500.
Okay, what sort of money is he?
For you, I'll do it for 120.
Ace salvager Drew Pritchard is on the sunny Isle of Man, where he's made a successful visit to a motorbike museum.
The other stuff is making wages. This has made my day.
At a salvage yard in the capital, Douglas, he's made a quick deal on this mounted goat skull.
It's quite good, though.
Yeah.
It's quite sort of devilish looking,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
And now he's hoping to buy this 19th century urn, worth about £500.
120. 120. Sold.
Deal?
I'll have that.
Okay.
Very
Excellent.
much. Shame we haven't got the other one.
I know, we
And the
yeah.
pedestals for them.
Yeah.
It's not a big one at all. You know, I've had them sort of this size. They're the ones I really like. And there's no pedestal. But there's no cracks, there's no welding, and it's complete and original. Quite a find. Well, that's a good start, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
We haven't
We haven't really got that far.
Yep, excellent.
So what have you got? You got upstairs and downstairs here.
Yeah.
Upstairs is a bit of lighting.
Bit of lighting.
Some,
We'll do that later.
some etched glass up there, it's quite nice.
Okay.
With two fantastic deals quickly sealed, Drew is eager for more.
Where did this come from?
It just happened to be in a shipment of York stone that arrived, and there was no way we were going to lay it, so
No, it's
we
nice.
decided to use it as a tabletop.
fireplace tablet.
That's actually come from my house.
Nicely. Good colour. What about this one here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice, Drew. So the Minton tiles in them.
Yeah.
That's come out of a house in the Isle of Man.
I've bought and sold thousands of fireplaces over the years. This is Thomas Jekyll, one of my absolute favourites. His designs and the aesthetic movement, taste and manner are something that really strike a chord with me, and they're just so beautiful. And what this has the bonus of having is two things. It's called a guillotine grate. It still has that in there, intact. And it also has all its original Minton tiles.
Thomas Jekyll was a renowned ironworks designer of the Victorian era. This surround features ceramic tiles designed by British artist John Moyer Smith and made by Mintons, another notable name. It's in superb condition and could sell for about £2,000.
I like that. How much is that?
Well, Minton tiles, 12 Minton tiles. What are they, 20 quid each, 240?
240. Okay. A couple hundred quid by it? Meet in the middle, 220?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still.
Okay. Cool. Great. Happy with that. I'd like to have a look at the lighting up there.
Yeah,
If at all
please do.
possible. How do we get up there?
This way?
Great building.
It is a fantastic building.
Ah, lighting. One of my favourite things. Again, this is all salvaged off the island then as well.
Yep.
Yep. Alabaster.
Yeah. Because there's another one here. Strange to find so many in one place. You don't usually see that many of them.
These plafonnier light fittings date to the 1920s, and with a bulb in the centre, cast a lovely glow through the translucent alabaster. They're worth about £300 each.
Lighting is a very big part of my business. They've got a lot of stuff up here, and judging by what I've just seen, I want to have a quick look around at everything before we start doing deals, because I'm going to bundle a big pile of stuff together. These are opalines.
Yeah, not to say. We've spent hours and hours and hours doing these up.
That sounds expensive.
Well, I'm coming to that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we had them up for
Huge amount. I think
£395 originally.
I can't get near it. Most I can pay is £175 each. So
No, I
I'm
think
happy to walk away. I'd rather leave you to get your profit on
We'll
them.
probably leave that. It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. Not old.
The original 1960 glass ones.
Yeah, vitrolite.
Yeah.
That's called. It's back to these alabaster then, really. I'm excited about the alabasters because I'm always looking for them. They don't turn up often enough for me to buy those. What I'd like to take is that one with that one, and those two there. So what I'm looking at is a collection of 4 plafonnier light fittings. Excellent, because these never really went out of fashion, but now I think that's very, very chic. Chandelier hook fittings with chain, 55 quid. £75 for that one. So what's the total? 55,
95, 150.
555. So 220.
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
He says yes.
Deal? He did that deal without you then?
I know.
Is that all right?
Because I had that
Off his wages.
If you hear me shouting at him when you do, no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's just making sure there's no cracks in there. Those are worth hundreds of pounds, not £55. In the right place, they will achieve extremely good money because they tick all the boxes, condition being number 1. I'll come back, leave them now.
We'll come back and get them in a sec.
The lights we've had for a year or so, Drew knows they're fashionable. The fashion hasn't quite got to the Isle of Man. So, yes, they've been sitting there waiting for him.
It feels great that we've sold some items. Here we go. It gives people on the island a bit more of an insight of what these things are actually worth and a little bit of the history about them, and Drew seems to know quite a lot.
Near something being lifted then.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know how you managed that.
I bought some things with loads of meat on the bone. If I can find the same quality, at the same sort of money. That's retail prices in there. We're going to have a great week. Might end up hiring another van. Thanks very much.
Very nice to see you.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Have a good time on the island.
Will do, will do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.
See you later.
Cheers.
Safe journey back.
I really like the Isle of Man.
Yeah?
It's great. It's very, very good value.
Would appear you're getting the pick of things that people haven't looked at before.
And they're making a profit on that. I'm paying them nearly ticket price. If they can turn a profit on that, I will buy that off them all day long.
Drew and T have one more stop to make, on the northwest side of the island near the village of Kirkmichael. Nestled in the hills and surrounded by farmland.
So, another sunny day on the Isle of Man.
Yep, and we're off to meet a guy called Spud Murphy. He's a furniture restorer, he's an antique dealer, and they do bespoke joinery work as well for furniture. And he works from home, so he's got a little farmstead thing that he works from.
Alan Spud Murphy came to the island from Northern Ireland 30 years ago. His father-in-law worked in furniture restoration, and Spud soon joined the family business.
Our core business is restored country furniture, pine furniture, oak, mahogany, that kind of thing. But we make a lot of furniture from reclaimed timber, and we recycle things, find things and try and make them into something different.
So we still haven't found anything specific to the island, really, have we?
No, I hold out a bit of hope for today though, but I'm not sure. It could just be all strip pine furniture.
Quite traditional taste on the island. There's a limited number of people who are interested in the more unusual, unrestored things. There might well be stuff here that Drew will like. Then there's the question of how much he wants to pay for it as well, which will be an interesting moment.
That's it. There you go. Lower Bishop's Court Farm, Pinewood Furniture Studio. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Great spot. Hello.
Hello, Drew.
Spud.
Pleased to meet you.
Drew, how are you?
How are you?
Hi, I'm T.
T.
How you doing? Yeah.
What a brilliant setup.
Well, thank
This
you.
is great.
Here we have our showrooms in here,
Yeah.
and all our sheds for storage of all the unrestored stuff.
I need something like this. It's
Uh,
ideal.
Drew's having showroom envy, I think.
I have got showroom. It's perfect setup. So where are we off to first? I'd like to see sort of unrestored first, if possible.
And there's unrestored stuff in there, and these sheds over here are full of unrestored stuff as
So
well.
what's best? Start over here?
Yeah, possibly over there.
Right,
Yeah.
let's have a look then.
This is our workshop area. Loads of mostly small chairs and stuff upstairs. Health and safety conscious staircase, but
Oh, don't worry. We're not that fussed. This I like. Well, that's interesting with the Manx symbol. You've got another one of those there as
I've
well.
got another one. I was looking for that. Yeah.
There's two there.
Yeah.
1870s.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, there was loads of them. You see that they pop up on the island from time to time.
Oh, okay.
They're around the place.
Interesting. Cricket tables.
Yeah.
I like. Have you got any with old paint on?
Nothing complete, no, we're painted.
With cricket tables,
3 legs.
3 legs.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you know why they got 3 legs?
so they don't wobble.
Yep. So they got because they're
forward.
made for uneven floors. These are nice. Tell us a bit more about these.
They came, one of our very early house clearances, farm clearances in the north of the island, and they came from an old farm. And there's a couple of these, one in the museum, the Manx Museum.
I've never seen this before, this
No,
style.
it's very localised.
I just fall in love with a pair of chairs. I am just besotted with these things. I think they're wonderful. It's got all the things that I like wrapped in one piece.
This style of open armchair with its distinctive X-shaped back is unique to the island. These two date to about 1850 and still have the original painted finish. They're a rare find, worth about £600 each.
They've got that sort of folk art feel to them as well, haven't they?
They have.
They're very me. So how much are those going to be, Spud?
Yeah.
Architectural salvage expert Drew Pritchard has found a little piece of heaven at this furniture studio on a farmstead on the Isle of Man.
Perfect setup.
And he's just discovered the perfect pair of chairs, made on the island in the 19th century, but he has no idea what Spud Murphy's selling price will be.
How much are those going to be, Spud?
Yeah. You know how much work is to do to those.
That's a lot.
That's not
That's a
the
lot.
issue for me. It's
They're not quite a pair. They're obviously just been knocked up, aren't they?
Yeah. They're journeyman joiner stuff.
Yeah.
And slightly different colour.
Yeah.
I couldn't really let those go less than about 150 a piece because they're just special. And the local chairs, you know. For me, that's the appeal.
God, I absolutely adore them. Sold.
Oh, thank you.
They're totally untouched. They're just exciting. They're interesting. They're different. They are incredibly appealing to look at, and they'll restore well. Just blown away by them. I think they're absolutely wonderful. They're one of the nicest things I've found for ages. Well, that's an incredibly good start.
Yeah.
Do you know, I can put them in the van and go home now.
Yeah, well, there you go.
We've just
That's good.
peaked. Right, let's carry on downstairs. What a brilliant find. Just love those. All right, so where's next, Bud?
We'll go across all the unrestored stuff's across the way here. This shed directly in front of us is just odds and sods and bits that we use for restoration in here, so
Knickknacks.
you never know. But there may be something that you see that I've forgotten about.
That's catching my eye.
There is that. That is old. So when we had a shop, we used to have a shop, and that was in the shop for years. We sold glassware out of it.
Old glass.
Yeah, the glass hasn't been changed. Obviously, it has been stripped, but
For me, sort of stripped pine was a fashion, and we used to do it. You know, we used to sell this stuff, but now. I just can't get near it anymore. I don't enjoy having it around me. No. No, it's just the paint.
yeah,
It's all about the paint, isn't it? It's when they've been stripped. As soon as I wax something up, it doesn't fit in with my stuff.
Yeah.
You know. I'm liking what you're buying, though. I'm liking what you're buying a lot. I've come here and I've found a guy who's just buying with his eye and his heart, and the head's in there as well, but I mean, he's buying what he likes. She got a big shop counter or something here.
Yeah, well, this is an old shop unit from Douglas. It's part of, so it did have a base originally.
I was going to say, have you got the rest of
I
it?
haven't got the rest of it, no, that's all I've got.
Are these the shelves for it?
Those are two of the shelves out of it, yeah.
This mahogany shop fitting would have hung on a wall above a shop counter. It dates to the mid-19th century and is missing the original mirrored back and some of the side shelves. But with considerable restoration, it's worth about £1,000.
I like the depth of it.
Yeah.
It hasn't got the bottom section, which would be the drawers, but still, for retailing, it's great. How much is that?
Rough
Rough and ready.
It's not the best thing in the world, but it'll make a nice thing. £200 I can have a go for. It's a lot of my stuff is potential more than anything.
That's got potential.
Yeah.
Shame it hasn't got the base for it, isn't it?
I know. But, somebody wanted the base, didn't want the top. So what can you do?
Is that your best on that one?
Yeah. I could do 175, but not really, because it just has
Potential.
potential.
All right, well, I'll pay that for potential.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. I'm buying a project there. It's a sort of kit of bits, missing half the bits, so we've just got to put that back, and then it will sell.
Now you own it. Shall I fish that bit out?
Yeah. Next shed, please, Spud.
We're moving into the restored, finished off stuff.
Oh, here we go. Price is going up.
This is going up. Lack of interest, you see.
Spud keeps telling me, oh, he can't sell sort of edgy stuff here. It's got to be, you know, pretty sanitised, which is not what we do. So I don't hold out a great deal of hope, really, for the showroom. Oh, this is lovely, Spud. Who puts this together? This is really nice.
My wife, Marie. She does the artistic side of things. She makes it beautiful.
Nice shop. Blimey, Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
Spud found this huge early 1920s Art Nouveau mirror frame in an old cinema in Douglas. It would make an impressive statement piece even without the mirror and could sell for about £2,000.
Every now and again, something just knocks you off your feet and you think, well, I've got to buy that. I cannot leave here without buying that. It is special, it is different, it is outstanding, it is bigger, better, odder, stranger, and more original than any other one I've seen.
When I walked around, I knew you were coming. I said, what's he going to see? What's he going to see? And that was top of my list. And I'm just interested to see if it was
very interesting. God, imagine if that had an old mirror in it, old decayed mirror. You'd be talking 3,000–4,000 quid.
You would.
Minimum.
Yeah,
for me to pay for it. You just need somebody with the cojones to take it on.
Yeah.
Or that's really stupid.
It was just too much of a risk. To buy a mirror, for me to buy a mirror and put it in that, it's not, well, I'm going to pay £600–800 and I'm going to be stuck for another 3 years.
Yeah. You're way better off just selling it as it is. Can't see a price on it, Spud.
I need to get 500 for it, just because it's so beautiful. But then you're £1,000 before you start.
Yep.
And then you're moving on from there.
And then you've got to sell it a vast mirror and it's also missing its bottom.
Yeah.
Can I put a cheeky bid?
You can try.
350.
No. I'd go to 4. 4 is the best. I wouldn't go below that because it looks great there. And it's a great.
Sold.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bud. Definitely a hard sell. But all I need is somebody with some imagination to take that on. And I think my client base will. Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Spud, just 2 of the best things I've bought in ages.
Wow. Well, that's nice to hear.
T.
Hello?
Hurry up. Fairly hefty, isn't it?
It is.
I brought you a chair so you can sit down properly.
Look at the paint. The pair of chairs I bought today from Spud, I've really made the trip over here, and it's the best thing I've bought.
That's it. And his taste is interesting because he won't touch stuff that's got much done to it at all. Here, it's very hard for us to sell a lot of that. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Really enjoyed it. Best find on the island.
Great. Well, that's nice to know.
It's been a great trip, and those chairs have made it even better. Cheers, Spud.
Great.
Take
Thanks
care,
very much. Yeah, it's been a really, really good experience. Really enjoyable.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh, that has crowned this little trip over here. Just exciting, interesting pieces. 3 excellent buys.
Yeah.
With money in them.
So we've done well on the Isle of Man then.
Isle of Man's been good. Surprised. What I wanted to happen, happened. So I'm very, very pleased. Very pleased.
Before they say goodbye to the island, there's some unfinished business to complete.
There you go, pair of bantams.
Oh, fantastic.
Not quite TT speed, but fitting ends to a fabulous week on the island.
Hello, come on.
So have you had a good week?
Superb.
These are very, very old.
They're mid-19th century, and they're chairs that are only made in this style on the Isle of Man. Aren't they fabulous?
They're so unusual.
So unusual.
Oof.
They need some work, but nothing too drastic. They need conservation more than anything. Shop counter or back bar
Oh, I see.
Would have had mirrors in here,
Yeah.
which I want you to replace. So, Gav, strip all this old paint off, French polish it over what's there. Yeah. Put the repairs on. We've got all the pieces that have come off, haven't we?
Loved that. I love selling into sort of retail and pubs, and that's definitely got pub written on it.
175 quid.
That's superb.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. This,
Oh,
look at that.
that's brilliant.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's lovely.
Yeah. I think it's a donation box, sailor box. They did
Yeah.
small ones right through to full-size ones. Never seen one before.
Oh, that's great.
Seen them
Yes,
in
put
books.
a penny in your pocket.
Because then we've got the pièce de résistance, as they say. Careful, T. Ready?
This is so exciting.
Wait to see this, boys.
Golly. No wonder you said pièce de résistance.
The original as well. Yeah. Jekyll.
Yes.
All original tiles.
Not a crack.
Nothing missing. Bang on. 220 quid.
Fantastic. You've done so well.
It's good, isn't it? We haven't spent a lot of money.
I like that.
A few days later, back in Conwy, the team are hard at work getting all the Isle of Man antiques ready for sale. The shop counter is the biggest job. Gavin starts with a power wash. Then the whole thing needs a fresh coat of polish, a major undertaking for an item of this size.
Dusted at the bottom, 4 inch at the top.
Later, it's fitted with a new mirrored back.
That looks better.
Meanwhile, one of Drew's purchases has quickly found a new home. At the tattoo parlour in Rochdale. Mike Taylor is partial to mounted skulls. He took a fancy to the Isle of Man nutsack.
I've been looking for something like this for a long time for the studio wall, and I've not seen anything like this. And then I spotted it on Drew's website and it just ticked all the boxes. So I had to have it. It definitely had my name on it. It's not to everyone's cup of tea, but I love it.
As for the shop counter, it's been fitted with 2 new custom-built shelves and also brackets to hold them in place. It's a very precise business.
Good as new. Imagine that all lined up with beautiful glasses. Fabulous thing.
The Isle of Man trip, it's been expensive with hotels, the ferry costs, diesel. But financially, because the price points were lower over there than they are on the mainland here, there's some really, really, really good profit there.
On Salvage Hunters, Drew visits a 400-year-old school in Cambridgeshire
Oh, that's a Pellegrini staircase. Daggering.
and finds a macabre relic.
Oh, my word. It's a chastity belt. Chastity belt.
Chastity belt.
You could try that on, T.
In Herefordshire, he tours a working paper mill.
Guess what that's made of?
Really? That's poo.
But can he find anything to purchase?
We don't use them anymore, so if they're interested.
No, I just can't sell things like that.
And at a mansion in Buckinghamshire,
Literally a bit breathtaking, isn't it?
it's tough negotiating when there's a lady's wardrobe at stake.
For the pair, 500 quid.
Doesn't quite buy me a new dress.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Hello. Wow, that's unbelievable. That's an absolute gem.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
I really like that. Look at that statue there.
It's over 2,000 years old.
No.
In his hunt for treasure,
Nope, I'm going to keep those.
everything has its price,
I'll give you £500 for them.
Yeah, I'll take that.
and there's nothing he won't buy.
You wouldn't buy that, would you?
Just watch us.
With help from his wife Rebecca
You do what you do, and I'll do the selling here then.
and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. In Conwy, North Wales, architectural salvage expert Drew Pritchard is checking out the showroom before heading out on the road for a week.
Very nice. Done. Finished.
He's clubbed together 3 very different locations, which are all based further south. The first leg of the journey is a 3.5-hour drive to Huntingdon in Cambridgeshire.
We're off to Kimbolton School.
Oh, yeah.
Could be a good one. Very large, early Georgian period house, been turned into a school for hundreds of years. But any school like this, anything that's prestigious, they do tend to buy good things. We'll have to see.
OK. My name's Edward Valletta. I'm the bursar at Kimbolton School. The school started off rather modestly back in the 1600s, and the school outgrew our original buildings, and we then moved into the castle in 1950.
Kimbolton Castle dates back to the Middle Ages and was rebuilt as a Tudor manor house in the 16th century. It's best known as the final home of King Henry VIII's first queen, Catherine of Aragon.
Queen Catherine of Aragon was imprisoned in Kimbolton Castle completely against her will, and she described in her letters that it was a cold and damp and miserable place. And she, in fact, died in the castle in, I think, 1536.
Here you go, Kimbolton. Reduce your speed.
Oh, very nice. Isn't there a famous vicar? He was the chemistry teacher in the school and used to tinker with fireworks. And literally, it all took off for him.
Beautiful. Here's our boy. Hi there, Drew.
Drew, hello. Edward Valletta, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Edward Valletta, hello.
Spectacular setting.
Thank you very much indeed.
Amazing.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. I can't wait to see the inside. It glows, doesn't it, the building?
It is, and at night it looks fantastic in the sunset.
Really. Oh, well, look at that chimney piece. Wow.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's a big one. It's huge. Edward Montague, Earl of Manchester.
The Montagues turned into the Manchesters. My history takes me, so they were earls and then they became the dukes.
Well, that's a wonderful piece there. So when was this sort of neoclassical renovation done to it?
This was the early 1700s. Thomas Vanbrugh did the bulk of it.
OK. The building is obviously incredibly impressive and quite a place to come to school. I think kids being in this environment is just good for them wandering around in it. It can't not be.
Now, this is the bit that we're really famous for.
Oh,
it's
that's
the Pellegrini staircase.
Daggering. Isn't that just super?
What does this date to?
Now, this is depicting Caesar's triumphant entry into Rome.
I love it.
Dutch.
I absolutely love it. One of the statement pieces inside the building is the staircase with the large mural stroke fresco that Pellegrini painted. It is pretty breathtaking. You're not going to see that very often. All in all, that's worth coming today just to see that, to be honest.
And of course, from here you can see the courtyard with the lead downpipes, which Pevsner described as being the finest in England.
They are amazing. I've never seen anything like those. Look at the sort of acanthus going up supporting the hopper. So good.
And that's not a unicorn as a coat of arms above the door. It did have 2 horns, but I think a pupil in the 50s took the other horn off. Some kid from the 50s has got...
Somewhere in the world.
Somewhere in the world has
There's
got...
a carved stone antler.
Yeah. So this is the staff common room.
Uh-huh.
And some lovely paintings depicting the 4 seasons and the Manchester crest. But this is what I want to show you.
The table.
Is this table.
It's a difficult seller.
Is it?
Well, yes and no. It's quality, very good quality. The repair work, it's had just so much damage. But it is remarkable. I mean, the quality of it's pretty damn good. Yeah. But you can see the thickness and the depth of the veneer on here.
Yes.
That denotes quality. Unfortunately, the casters don't. It's got sort of its fur coat and no knickers.
This large English dining table with walnut veneer top and solid walnut legs was made in the late 19th century. With major restoration, it could fetch around £8,000.
So what kind of figure do you have in mind for it?
Well, it would have to be quite a lot.
What sort of roughly ballpark?
With the leaves and with the sideboard, it would have to be 10 and up.
Have you got a valuation on it?
No, somebody told me some time ago that probably it would be worth that sort of money.
Some time ago?
Yeah.
A decade ago?
Probably was about a decade ago, yeah. I think if the common room lost it for any less than that, they would be a little bit miffed that it went for...
It's not worth that much to me anymore.
Right.
It needs about £4,000 spending on it to bring it back to perfect condition, and I think it's worth about £7,500 now.
Well, in a way, that's a relief.
The quality is just superb, but I would really suggest if you possibly can get it out of the light.
Right.
As much as you can. I always have to ignore previous valuations and go on current market conditions and your gut feeling. Current market conditions for that one, I couldn't achieve £10,000, and I'd have to look at the restoration price, would be steep to get that done properly. So unfortunately, we will be walking away from it.
Next, Edward takes them across the campus to the science department.
We're going to the Donaldson laboratories and we're going to the chemistry lab to look at some stools. Okay, this is C4. And we're going to look at some stools.
Okay. So this is what we expect, really. A mix of these. This is the type I'm after, really. That type, the older one.
Yes.
Whereas opposed to these new ones, there's one there.
There's one there. Is that old enough?
Not quite. Not quite. See, this has got a nice shaped sort of bum seat.
Yeah.
Good colour. Have we got chewing gum? No chewing gum. No. They're all right, those ones. It's that one really is the one. These are okay, can't really sell those. Yeah. The older ones with... My ideal is that one.
Yes.
With the handhold.
Yes.
They tend to sell the best, really. There's just maple and beech. See the wear.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Lovely. In your kitchen, you know. Isn't it nice?
Yeah, no, it is.
But there's just the one. Is there another lab with more of them in?
No.
No. This type of stool, there's only one in the room, is just better quality, better looking, better proportion and colour than all of the other ones. Unfortunately, today there's just the one, so there's no point in taking one. We'll just leave it here. Let's see if we can find sort of something with a bit more meat on the bone, I think.
Well, what about that?
OK, I'm hoping this has got... Yes, drawers in. Yeah, this is probably from the turn of the century, from just not a little bit earlier. They're usually for eggs.
For eggs?
Yeah.
They're not allowed to be anymore, though, are they?
No. Anymore, no. This is of interest, but you'd have to remove all this stuff.
This late 19th century ebonized fossil display cabinet is made of oak and has 8 graduated drawers. With some restoration, it could fetch around £800.
That's not in bad nick. That'll clean up really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 graduated drawers. What would you like for it?
No, you give me.
Okay.
You give me.
£175.
Salvage expert Drew Pritchard is at Kimbolton School in Cambridgeshire.
Isn't that just super?
He's just made an offer of £175 on this 19th century display cabinet.
That'll clean up really well.
But Bursar Edward Valletta is holding out for a better offer.
No, I'd thought a bit more than that.
OK.
What about 250?
250 was going to be where I ended up. So, yeah, let's cut to the chase. That's fine. I'll buy it for that. Thank you.
OK.
Just got to find somewhere at home for all the bits and all the gubbins in it now, really.
So, an old fossils, but a case of old fossils.
Thanks, T. Cool. Well, that's good. I'm pleased with that.
Good. Well, I'm glad you got something.
No, that's fab. Shall we carry on, and then we'll come back and we'll empty that. We'll need to just get some trays to put all the bits and bobs in.
OK.
Shame about the stools.
OK. Right, this is the green room. Now watch that. That bridge
That's
is wet.
red. Oh, that's nice. Little Chinese bridge.
This is what I thought you might be interested in.
A little bit. There's a pair of them as well. I don't know if they're really sort of up to the... I love the arm. They're a difficult one because they're not quite ready for the market yet. They're sort of still regarded as a bit sort of cheap seats, really, even though they've got leather on them. I really like them. They're cool, they're stylish.
Yeah.
But they're not quite good enough
They're
for the
not,
market.
and you say they're not quite in.
They're not quite in. This bit's great, and then it all goes wrong here for me. Maybe I'm wrong, but hey, you know, that's, I think they're... These are a chair that was designed to look like a much more expensive one in the day. So if somebody wanted a really pricey one of those, but they couldn't quite afford it, they'd buy that type. And now that type is desirable as well, but it doesn't quite hit the quality market that I need. They're a real near miss. I really like those. We've got anything else in here? What's this thing over here?
I'm not sure, actually. Let's have a look.
Oh, my word. What have you found? It's a chastity belt. Chastity belt.
Chastity belt, isn't it?
It's probably...
Good God.
Right, they were copied by the Victorians, and that's a copy.
Right.
You could try that on, T. I wouldn't get a leg in there. No, you wouldn't.
It's... Forgive me. The heart, that is surely so wrong.
Yes.
The
hearts, that's not what that's thinking about.
No, but that tells me that it's not the Victorian. Surely the Victorians wouldn't have had that sense of humour.
Yeah, they were a bit odd, things like that. This is a much later one. The early chastity belts are very collectible, and there's not loads of them, but I think they were more popular in France.
I should give you that back.
Yeah, you sort of don't really want to touch that.
No, you don't.
It doesn't hold any interest for me whatsoever. It's quite horrible, actually. But I should imagine it's a good fun thing to have when they're doing plays and whatever. So we've been everywhere now, have we?
We have.
OK.
That's it.
Well, I think we've just got the little cabinet then. We need to get all the ammonites and the bits and the bobs out of there. So we need some trays. We're going to have to try and keep them in the...
Yeah, in order.
The one there. So I think there's eight drawers, so we need eight trays.
And hopefully we'll find some lab trays, which will...
Cool. Let's go and do that then, and we'll get out of your hair.
Fantastic, Drew. Thank you very much indeed.
I've not filled the van today, but what I did manage to buy was a turn-of-the-century ebonised collector's cabinet. We'll do some restoration work to it, and it'll sell quickly. It's ideal for somebody's small flat or apartment, you know, or even a retail setting. It's a good piece, fresh to the market, and right up our street. Looks rougher out here, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't notice the split down the side.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
That's quite a split.
That's all right. We can live with that. We can live with that.
It's been a really good day, and we'd be delighted to have him here again. Whether he would find something of interest, I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Pleasure.
Drew,
Thank you so much.
Many thanks indeed.
No problem at all.
Come again, and hopefully we can find something.
Please, yes.
Of good quality.
When you find a room full of stools, I'm your man. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. Well done.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Bye.
fellas.
That's enough for you.
It's nice and warm.
I think I'll take my jacket off, actually.
How was that experience for you then?
To be honest, today was all about the school for me. It was just beautiful.
You happy with your single purchase though?
It was a shame there wasn't more there. I really did think we were going to clear up, but unfortunately, one piece. Anyway, quick restoration. Turn it round in 2 hours, and it'll be back on the floor for sale.
Fantastic. Let's have the trek home then.
Yeah. No, we can't go home with one. We have to go home with a van full. So somewhere else.
The next day, they drive 1 hour further south to the outskirts of Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire, to the 19th century mill town of Apsley, which is at the foot of the Chiltern Hills.
We're off to see the Astley Paper Company. It's a paper mill, and apparently we're in Paper Valley.
Really?
My name is Paul Butcher, and we're at Frogmore Paper Mill in Apsley Hemel Hempstead.
Founded in 1700, Frogmore is one of the oldest paper mills in the UK. It's also home to the world's oldest paper machines, which revolutionised the way paper is produced today. The mill is now being conserved by the Apsley Paper Trail charity, and it's still a working paper mill, producing around 100 tonnes of specialist grade paper every year.
We make paper from elephant dung, banana skins, Levi's jeans, you name it, we can make paper of it.
It's now a heritage trust, and basically they're looking to raise money for the restoration of the buildings and keeping the place going.
There you go.
Frogmore Paper Mill. Cool.
Lovely. There we go.
Hello.
Morning.
Hi.
Paul.
Drew, how are you?
How you doing? You
Hello, T. Welcome to Frogmore Mill.
Nice to meet you. Hello. Well, this is not what we expected.
No, not at
We were
all.
driving in here, and I was like, "This is a housing complex.
There's something wrong here.
What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, you've got a canal and a factory.
Absolutely. Do remember, we were here first. They all came later.
Okay.
They're just copying you, are they?
They're trying to.
I really have very little idea about what we're going to see today. I know it's a paper mill, but I don't know any more than that. So,
Okay.
I mean, really, down to you guys. Can we have a look around?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Welcome.
Come this way.
After you.
Thank you.
Oh, let's try some.
Yes.
Okay, so you got a shop then.
We do. We sell all the papers that we make and papers that other people make.
Okay.
And we've got lots of stuff here, and this is what we make on site. Guess what that's made of?
Really? So, not to put too fine a point on it, that's poo.
Yes.
It's probably straw.
Straw.
Straw, yes. What we like about elephants is that what goes in at the front and what comes out at the back is very similar.
We have a van that you put rubbish in, and then expensive stock comes out at the other end.
Okay, touche, you would.
We've been here 2 minutes and we're already at that level. It's been an interesting
But if
day.
you walk straight in and you're selling elephant dung poo paper.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
we
that's
sell a lot
brilliant,
more. I mean, we make paper out of all sorts of things. You know, this, for instance, is made out of
Smell my
jeans.
dung.
It's made what?
That is made out of jeans.
Denim.
Denim.
Yeah.
Denim paper.
What else do you make it out of?
That's, as you can see, flower petals, but
Oh, that's
also
nice.
in that is seeds as well. So this is a new take on recycling, because when you've had your greetings card
Yeah.
printed on this, when you throw it away, you don't actually even put it into the recycling, you take it out into the garden and plant it, and you will grow meadows.
No.
Yeah.
Meadow, yep.
Really?
Meadow flowers, yeah.
That's really good.
It is.
That's
virtually
really, who
guaranteed.
invented that? That's clever.
I don't know who invented it, but we've been making it for quite a while.
That's really
Yeah, it's
clever.
good.
I like that.
Shall we go through the museum?
Yeah, please. Really interesting.
This way, please.
I'm surprised. It doesn't
Thank you.
happen often.
This is our museum.
Okay, so this is more history of the place, open to public, children, that type of thing?
This is where we try to educate people on how paper is made, what the history it is, and we have several artifacts showing various aspects of production or printing or whatever it may
This
be.
chap here, that very handsome bust.
This is Mr. John Dickinson, who is really the father of the paper industry. He invested really in the paper machine to make paper on a continuous web, and that was just such a step change from 4 days to 20 minutes.
Do you have one of those machines here?
We have the oldest one in the world here, driven
Do you?
by a 57 steam engine.
Now that I do want to see.
Which you might be interested in.
Yes.
We thought about that. Right, this is a production. This is
Blimey.
where we still make paper.
So what's this then?
This is the traditional way of making paper. This is how paper was made up until the machine was invented.
Right.
So a man can make 50 sheets in an hour. That will make 50 sheets in 15 minutes. We have a roll cutter and our 1903 paper machine.
So this is the end result?
Correct. That's the roll of paper that comes out. And it starts over there with 95% water and 5% pulp, fibre.
Frogmore Paper Mill is not what I expected. It is different. It's a community-based charity, in part. It's also a working paper mill. And I've never been to a paper mill before, so it's nice to see how it's made. Blimey, that's huge.
Well, we call it the big machine, but in fact it's not that big.
How old is this thing?
This is, was first built in 1895. It was installed up in Scotland, Kinleith, and it worked from 1907 to 2009.
So what
It
you
will
need,
make paper
you
again.
need a steam enthusiast, or several,
Several.
to come here.
Several rich ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
To,
They love, this is the ultimate steam-powered thing.
Yes.
It is, pretty much.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it still works.
And it's still a working machine.
This is great, that's super impressive. Okay,
All
so
over
which
the
way
place,
now?
really.
Through here?
Yeah, we'll go there first.
All right.
With the tour completed, it's time to get down to the main business of the day and find something to buy.
Take a right here.
Okay,
Walk
so
up
what's
to the
this then?
left.
Just warehouse? Or pulping, or what's that?
We call it the baler room.
That's the baler, is
because
it?
that's the baler machine, so it's part of our waste handling.
I see.
Cycle
element.
or carton here.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm going to skip off back to the visitor bit, John, and leave you to
All right, we'll catch
Paul
you later
and the
on.
negotiation. See you later.
See you later, Peter.
Bye.
Thank you. Cheers. Engines, motors.
These things,
Well,
they're quite big ones, aren't they?
that one had a bit of work done to it, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't use them anymore, so if they're interested.
No, I think they're probably more use in your museum, really. It's the sort of thing, again, it's up there with weighing machines that we get offered every day.
Okay.
These are a big size, though, unusually large. But unfortunately, I just can't sell things like that. We go into another huge warehouse on the side, which I sort of lost my bearings, don't know where it is now. And they've got a pair of sack trucks, and these would have been used on railway stations and factories everywhere. They're larger than normal, but they're a really common item. Something they get offered all the time. They're just not exciting.
Some massive letters there, Drew.
Yeah, the John Dickinson ladders. That is, they should spell John Dickinson, minus the J and minus the D.
So what are you doing with those?
Well, the J and the D are missing because we gave those to the pub down the road, the paper mill pub. The rest is complete. We eventually might want to put them back on the building, but as all things, who knows? But this is part of the, unfortunately for you, this is part of their heritage. So we want to
we
keep
can't
that
sell
for now.
those. All right,
No.
fair enough.
They're a nice font as well.
Yeah. Times New Roman, is it?
Pass.
I think so. Yeah. Okay, so,
take your reference.
where's next?
This way, please. There's a lamp there you might want, but it's too far up.
Oh, no, that's not that. We just need about 80 of them.
Although the paper mill is packed with history and artefacts, Drew's found nothing so far. Is this going to be another long trip for little return?
Right, this is our boardroom,
Okay.
and there's a few items that you might want to have a look at.
Yeah. Some nice little cabinets on pedestals. There's no doors in any of them. They're of interest. That's of interest as well. Don't know why I'd have it here.
Well, you have it here because, as you see from the museum, it's quite a different style of display that we have.
It's a good retail-y thing.
Various people might have an attachment to this,
Oh, really?
which you may, might get into trouble. It's one of those things where I just don't know.
I'm not too fussed about leaving that.
No.
But those I like.
These display cases are made of mahogany and were manufactured in Britain around the turn of the 20th century. With cleaning and polishing, they could fetch around £1,800.
Happy to let these go.
Yeah.
The right price.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Could I give you a bid on them of 500 for the pair?
Don't know.
Salvage hunter Drew Pritchard is at Frogmore Paper Mill in Hertfordshire. He's just bid £500 on this pair of mahogany display cases.
Happy to let these go.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But is it enough for manager Paul Bocce to part with them?
It's the same height. It's good. Yes.
Come on, 10%.
50 quid. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all goes to a good cause, keeps us happy.
550.
If you're happy with it, you can make some money on it.
I'm going to make some money on these, and there's not much money to spend, really, just a polish and some silly little repairs to do in here where they've cut the interiors apart. And any other problems we find with them, well, they're my problem.
I think that's fine. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. They're going to be difficult to get out, aren't they?
It's going to be fun.
Well, we've got tea, haven't we?
We've got to, yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'll carry that one and just strap the other one to my back.
Yeah. You've got broad back, broad shoulders.
No, they're
That's
good.
fine.
Interesting. The best thing about these cabinets is I've got a buyer, or good potential buyer, and we're doing 50 shop interiors for them, and they want unusual cabinetry. Try saying that. And these are right up their street because they sell fashion. They're going to look brilliant, you know, with like an old head in there with some hats on or some gloves laid out. Really cool. No, they're super. OK, well, look, we'll go and get the van out. Is there anything else?
No, I think that's it.
That's it?
You clean me out.
That's great. I'm really pleased now. These are super. They're different. I've never seen these before. Cool.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's go and get the van then.
Thank you.
So you're forgetting something?
Yeah, I'll come back for them now.
Yeah.
All right.
Frogmore's been surprising, actually. It's not what I expected. As usual, I went looking for one thing, we found something completely different. Today I managed to buy 2 museum cabinets. They're good quality and they'll sell well. It would have been nice to buy some, you know, big pile of printing blocks or some large industrial cabinetry or something like that. It just wasn't here. That's all been gone years ago.
Very much.
You'll be pleased, I got the boss to do some work.
Doesn't happen very often.
No, rarer than what the stuff on the van.
They're really nice blokes. I really enjoyed taking them around. He bought 2 bits off me, and I'm really pleased with what he managed to give me for them. Good stuff. All right,
happy?
All in?
We done?
Yeah.
Thank you so
Drew,
much.
it's been a pleasure.
I was
Lovely. Thank you.
Fantastic to see
Good
you.
luck with the venture.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Good luck, you.
We'll give it a go. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a good
you.
trip home.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Happy?
Static.
There we go.
That was an unexpected purchase.
It was. This is worth the trip, though. Surprising paper mill.
Well, it's not what I expected. I thought we'd come away with industrial furniture. Is what I was hoping for. Unfortunately not. Interesting place, though.
Yeah.
The next day, it's Drew and T's final visit down south. Their last port of call is only a short 45-minute drive from the paper mill to the ancient town of Winslow near Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire.
We're going to Winslow Hall to meet Mardy Gilmore.
Uh-huh.
What's happened is they've downsized, and when you see the house, you're going to find that odd.
OK, is
Right,
it that
from
big?
a serious pad down in the West Country.
Right.
And it's all been piled in one house. They've moved in. They've not unpacked most of the boxes, and basically they want to get rid of furniture. They've got too much furniture.
Winslow Hall was originally built in 1700 by one of England's greatest architects, Sir Christopher Wren. The Gilmore family purchased this estate in 2010, and 2 years later they converted Winslow Hall and its gardens into a venue for annual operatic festivals.
My husband has a great love of opera. His sister worked for the Royal Opera House, and he grew up with this love of opera. The first year we did Marriage of Figaro, which was fabulous. Last year we did Carmen, and this year we're doing Lucia de Lammermoor.
This is Winslow.
There you go, it's the place. I thought it'd be out of town. I thought it'd be in the country. That's what I suppose it was once.
That's got to be the place, isn't it? Wow, that's amazing.
How are you talking? We'll take it easy today, T. You can have a rest. Right. Do you want a hat?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do you want some water? Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Mardy. Drew, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I'm T. How you doing?
Hi
Hello.
there.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing? Drew. Nice to meet you.
Hello. I'm T. How you doing?
Great, great. Well, love the house.
Great.
It's gorgeous. This is my particular favourite period of house building in the UK. I just think it was they just got it absolutely right.
Well, I love all
It's a
the
very
lights with the big windows.
Yeah. So I believe you've got a bit of stuff you'd like us to look at.
Yes,
I'd love to have a look
come
around the
and have a
house
look,
as well.
yeah. We'll go through here.
That's lovely. Some great stuff in here. This is beautiful, isn't it? Almost later.
What's interesting is Christopher's family used to own Temple Bar.
Really? Wow.
It was getting dilapidated on some land my father, and so he offered it back to the City of London, and they took it back, and it's now back in Paternoster Square.
I remember reading about it a few years ago.
Yes.
And it's by Christopher Wren, which would look perfect at the end of our garden.
Yeah. Not everybody has bits of Christopher Wren architecture lying around, do they? Super. OK, love to see some more. I see hairy poor feet,
Yes,
just you.
that's it.
So you like Empire style.
I do, I love it.
And Christopher likes classic Regency style
Exactly.
stuff.
I think at this stage I might go back to my office. I've got producing an opera in September, so...
Oh, blimey. Right, yeah, we'll leave you to it. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, Christopher.
okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
God, it goes on.
I know.
Oh, it's just beautiful, though. Love it.
Right, into the panelled room here.
Wow. Literally a bit breathtaking, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Wonderful room. Where did you get these from?
They're nice.
Well, funnily enough, I got these in Paris.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit sad. My daughter used
Heels.
to climb... No, her little buckles from her shoes when she was 2.
God, I love them.
They are pretty amazing, aren't they?
Gorgeous. Can I have a sit down in one?
Go for it.
Typically French.
Uncomfortable.
Really uncomfortable.
They're English, aren't they? There's a little a gold thing inside.
Really?
A medallion.
Can I tip them up and have a
Yeah,
look?
have a look.
I immediately thought they were French.
Take it to you a bit.
Well, I bought them in Paris because they look French, or they look sort of Scandinavian.
Going that way?
Yeah. Lift.
No, it's underneath there, look.
All right, OK.
See in there? Can you see it? It's somewhere in there.
This pair of late 20th century walnut and leather open armchairs were made by British cabinet maker Senior and Carmichael. They have built-in adjustable reading lamps and chrome drink coasters. With minor repair, they could sell for around £3,000.
Well, I don't know if these were something you'd think of parting with. I'd be interested. I think they've just got a great look.
I think they're really cool, but they don't necessarily go in this room anymore, so could be something.
Do you want to think about a price?
You're the boy.
Okay. All right, OK. We'll carry on round.
Yes.
We'll come back to these.
OK.
Really like them. Yeah. I'm surprised they're English, but still. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? OK, so just carry on through.
Right, I wanted to show you this shell mirror. It's, we could pull it out. It's got amethyst around it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
There's one bit missing that I
Yeah,
should...
that bit's come off.
Yeah, I got some of the bits. And it's got a big abalone shell on the top of it.
It's lovely. It's got some real good pieces on it, actually. He's gone to town on this, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Lots of bits come off, actually. The whole top's come off now.
Oh, well, it's been under there.
See there? Look.
Have to get it restored.
That's come off.
It's been wrapped up.
Yeah. It's interesting. Maybe one to watch for the future.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow. Don't know anything about it, but it's cool.
The
only problem with that is I'd take it home, my wife would go, well, we're keeping that.
Sell it, yeah.
OK. So, where's next? Oh, hello, doggy. OK, so what's this place?
This is the coach house.
OK.
This was from my mother-in-law's house. It's really pretty, isn't it?
It is. It's later, a little plaster.
Okay.
Plaster one. Yep.
And that was the
dove cut.
Yeah, but it's in a
Bit of a
sorry
state.
shape. It's got lead roof.
Still
and
nice, though. Some lead planters.
They look like they've been run over by the lawnmower.
They usually have these, and they've collapsed under their own weight, which is quite normal. They're a maybe. Do you know where these ones came from?
They just came from mother-in-law's house.
They're a bit battered, but they're still good looking, aren't they? I quite like those.
My husband grew up at the Ferry House, which was next door to Syon Park.
Well, that's the connection with the lead.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think these have got a great deal of age to them because of the colour. It's almost impossible to age the colour of lead convincingly.
These small lead planters were made in England and a replica's based on a design by 18th century English sculptor John Cheer. With cleaning and polishing, they could fetch around £600 for the pair.
But they're still a nice little pair of lead tarses, and they're worth, to me, a couple of £100. No more than that in that condition. They're worth about £350 to £450 in really nice condition. They're a bit battered. Still charming, but they are what they are. Can those go on the list?
Could do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's carry on in here, shall we?
Carry on in
They
here.
can stay there.
And this is all the hats.
Are these all yours?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so 80s, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, that was 80s, yeah. And I got 2 of those.
They're cute. Where did you pick these up, then?
They were in the house I bought in Pimlico 30 years ago. They were just left in it.
Really? Interesting.
This elegant painted faux bamboo chair was made in the early 19th century. If it's one of a pair, the two together could be worth around £1,000.
Do you have the other one?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Definitely?
Yeah, definitely,
Are they
yeah.
for sale?
Yeah.
What would you like for them?
As much as possible.
For the pair, £500.
Doesn't quite buy me a new dress.
Nearly. To get you a
Hat.
good night
New
out.
hat.
Get you a good hat.
New hat.
Yeah, that's I've gone straight in at maximum bid.
Okay, well...
Because I like them.
Okay, let me just think about that.
Have a think about it. It'll go on the list. And then the pair of chairs, the sort of the English ones up there. What could I don't think they're very old, you see. 800?
Each?
No.
Okay, I don't think so.
Top salvage expert Drew Pritchard is at Winslow Hall in Buckinghamshire.
A bit breathtaking, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Wonderful room.
He's just debating whether to buy a pair of 1820s faux bamboo chairs. But it's the late 20th century armchairs seen earlier that he's really keen to buy.
Give me a figure that you'd like. What would you be happy with? Just say. I mean, I can only say
I know,
yes. I can only
it
say yes or
wouldn't
no.
necessarily suit you, yeah.
Yeah. Would 1,400 buy them?
1,500.
Sold. Thank you. 1,500 quid. There could be thousands of them out there. I've never seen any. I think they're really stylish. They're clearly well made. They've got nice marks on them. They're cool. If nothing else,
Cool.
No, I priced them in the end. I thought,
Yeah.
how much would I buy them for myself for?
Yeah.
Good design, shouts. So, and they're great design. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. And they're not even heavy.
So you're interested in these, possibly?
Yeah. Those.
Right.
Now that Mardy's got one sale under her belt, she's keen to pursue Drew's interest in the pair of bamboo chairs.
Yeah. They're not quite a pair.
Yeah, these are slightly larger. This is
still cute. Doesn't matter. I'd sell them as a pair, a near pair. What do you think? You don't have to.
You're the boss.
Well, I can pay 500 quid for them. I can't pay any more, and I'd like to buy them. But on the other side, you don't have to sell it to me.
Of course.
You know.
But bearing in mind I gave you such a good price on those other ones.
Yeah.
What about 600 for the pair? Because I'm a bit sad about the other ones.
Are you?
Yeah.
Would
I mean,
this-
I do want to sell them, but
Okay. Yeah. That's a good will. I'll do that for you. Yeah. Lovely. That's nice. You happy?
happy girl.
I'm happy.
Happy girl.
That's
happy
nice.
Boy.
Feels good now,
Yeah,
doesn't
everyone's
it?
happy.
Everyone's happy. Right, let's get them in the van.
In the van.
Thank you. We'll come back. Where are the other chairs? Are they on the first, second
First floor, yeah.
First floor.
Come back and get them.
We'll come back and get those.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Winslow Hall has been better than I expected, and the collection of stuff I've managed to buy is really eclectic and it's really strange and very me.
That was great fun. I learned a lot. I wish I had all that knowledge. It'd be wonderful to know all those things. And I like the way he appreciates everything.
It just feels like I should do this all the time. It's great. I feel like Davros.
I very much like to go to his shop and see all his things he's got because it's quite my taste, I think.
Have we done a deal on these yet?
Not yet. No, just do it now.
We're just putting them in the van.
Well, just get them out, really, to see what we can do. OK? Happy? We've got everything loaded. I've put those on. Did we finalise a deal on them? We're nearly there.
Okay.
Yeah?
What is it?
It was £200 for those ones, for the pair of, yeah, very damaged urns, but I think they're quite pretty.
They're very pretty. Look
Yeah.
very nice inside with flowers.
That's
and
what I
bulbs
think.
and
That's what.
hyacinths
I was going to
and
put them on a
moss.
little console table in the shop and sell them from there. I think that would be the easiest thing.
So sounds like 250.
Oh, really? Oh, can we meet in the middle? 225.
230 and you get
230 deal. There you go. Thank you. And the other things, it's great. It's just such a strange mix of things. I love it. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Lovely to meet you. And you. Fabulous house. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you so
And you.
much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
What a path. And you can't even, when you're in it, you don't even know this road's here.
Fabulous.
And we've brought Welsh sunshine again.
Always. I'm like a little ray of sunshine. You're not. Like a cloud. What do you think of that lot?
Those chairs are very special, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, exceptional.
I have to be honest, I couldn't believe it when they said, oh, we were going to sell them.
I didn't think she
I
was
was like, why would you ever sell these?
No.
They're just cool. Like, just uber ridiculously cool. Overall,
Very successful day, I think.
I'm very pleased. But yeah, I have to say also today, that's my dream house.
It was exceptional, wasn't it?
That's it. Everything. I couldn't see anything I didn't like about it, other than the fact it's not mine.
Shall we go and fight the M6 on the way home?
Oh, God, yeah. In this heat. Still, at least we're coming back with stuff.
Yeah.
Back in Conway, the team gathers together to see Drew's purchases from the week.
Hello, hello, hello. You're going to like these. Carl, unfortunately, there's no work for you here.
No.
Oh, actually, there is. There is.
There's always work for Carl.
We went to Winslow Hall yesterday, a spectacular private house. OK, so a small pair of sort of cast lead tarza, lion mask decoration. Oh, they're lovely. Cute.
Decorative.
Yeah,
lovely.
they were lovely. Then we got these. Yes.
Sure.
These are a pair of faux bamboo painted Regency side chairs in remarkably original condition. Nothing to do. Quick dust, straight in the shop.
Go right to the end.
Yes. Let me get round.
These are remarkably good. Look at the design, sideways on, look at that.
Absolutely.
Gav, clear, going over, get these on. I want these online today. OK. They're just dead right, just so right. Yeah, we went to Frogmore Paper Mill, and there's a pair of these.
Oh, fantastic.
Got a buyer for them already.
Yes, I know somebody straight away.
Straight away. So let's get these off, quickly put them together, photograph them straight away, whiz them over to our guy, and they'll be sold.
These are perfect. These could actually go in a person's house with perhaps a lovely bust inside or just some memorabilia.
Last item off the van is the cabinet from Kimbolton School.
But turn of the century, Ebonized collector's cabinet. I think, yeah, pull the doors off, Gav. Yeah. And then nice, simple bead down the front there. Yeah. Hand polish to these, because these are all working really well. Yeah. Just get it really, really clean.
Gavin sets to work on the cabinet.
This is going to be quite straightforward. About 2 hours, 3 hours work in it.
He starts by removing the doors. Then he fills in the gap with a new wooden trim and gives the cabinet a fresh coat of paint. Soon it's ready for Drew to inspect.
Gavin's just finished it, so it didn't look like that. That's going to be going down to Liberty, and I should imagine they will sell it the first weekend that hits the floor.
The next day, there's a special delivery. The 1956 Volkswagen Beetle that Drew bought at Type 2 Detectives a few weeks ago has finally arrived. The modifications have been carried out, ready for its proud owner.
Ooh. Superb. Paul.
Made it.
You've outdone... Oh, yes. Yes, now you're talking. You've really done the back brakes, yeah?
Yep. All sorted, a little bit lower at the front.
That stance is
driving beautifully.
Just perfection now, isn't it?
So over to you. It's mine.
Can't believe it. It's only taken 25 years.
Yeah, you got it, eh? Let's hope Rebecca likes it.
I think she will. I think I'm going to end up losing it. I think she's going to end up driving the thing, yeah.
Is this it?
What do you think?
Let's have a look.
That's what I've been going on about for the last 20 years.
What you banged and banged on about. And you're the fault.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I've really, really fallen for this car. I never do usually with Drew's cars, but this, I can see myself driving it. I can't wait. Look at these. Oh, this is Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
It's exactly what I wanted. And they've built my dream car.
It's fantastic.
On Salvage Hunters, Drew visits a medieval castle in Cumbria and finds the ultimate car accessory.
That's off the radiator car. That is going on my Land Rover.
At a carriage museum in Derbyshire, with a slip of the fingers, he has an embarrassing accident.
Until you pull that out.
Oh!
And at a motor museum in the Lake District, he takes a trip down memory lane.
Here we go.
I had one of them.
It's just, God, I love those cars.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Hello. Wow, that's unbelievable. That's an absolute gem.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
I really like that. Look at that statue there.
It's over 2,000 years old.
No.
In his hunt for treasure,
Nope, I'm going to keep those.
everything has its price.
I'll give you £500 for them.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And there's nothing he won't buy.
You wouldn't buy that, would you?
Just watch us.
With help from his wife Rebecca
You do what you do, and I'll do the selling here then.
and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. In Conwy, North Wales, it's a busy day at architectural salvage expert Drew Pritchard's warehouse.
Just give it a general wipe and then we can photograph it. No more bits on the counters. We'll take the fishermen off.
While Gavin and Carl sort out the display cabinets, Drew hits the road with tea. They're travelling 3 hours north from Conway to the village of Ravenglass in the Lake District in Cumbria.
Brought me to the lakes this week, hopefully not to drown me.
We are going to meet a guy called Peter Frost Pennington, and he is one of the owners of Muncaster Castle.
Muncaster Castle is believed to stand on Roman remains, but the current castle, on an estate of 1,800 acres, was built for the Pennington family in the 13th century, and they've lived here ever since. Peter Frost Pennington took up residence when his wife inherited the property 18 years ago.
My mother-in-law used to say there's no space here when you've got 80-odd rooms. That's a bit of a strange thing to say. But you build up junk, and we have some large items which we might like to send Drew's way. Other than that, I'm sure he'll find some small, interesting things easier to tuck in his pocket and take away with him.
Oh, there we go. That's the castle. Wow. That's just showing off, isn't it?
It is. Look at the view.
Hi, Drew. Welcome to Muncaster.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to get you here at last. And tea, welcome.
I'm just marvelling at that when we came round the corner.
Well, the view is quite stunning. We're very lucky to live here, and Ruskin described it as gateway to paradise, which means you're not in heaven yet, but you're almost there. Anyway, like to come in.
Beautiful.
And I'm sure we'll find something to interest you in here, sir.
This is the 3 steps to heaven.
3 steps, well, 4 actually. So welcome to Castle itself. Come into the medieval Great Hall. So this is actually the biggest room in the castle, and one of the oldest. Dates, we think, from around 1300. The whole community would eat in here. And of course, there'd only be one chair in those days, and that would be the Lord of the Castle be sitting on it, and there'd be boards and trestle tables, so he was the chairman of the board, which is where we get the expression today.
He put in an offer for that chair.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
He'd turn it upside down and check the leg.
It's wonderful. What an astounding place. Just literally, I'm blown away. You've got medieval furniture, you've got Jacobean, you've got Georgian, Victorian, modern art. It's just like a sort of whole sort of riot on the senses. You don't know what's going to come out in the next room. It's incredible.
Just turn some lights on over here. It's a lovely...
There's some phenomenal furniture in
There's
here.
some seats made for you, Adrian.
There's some...
I can't believe the public are able to get so close to all of this.
Well, we do. We've just taken the ropes down, so it's easy for you to wander around. We have ropes up, but there's a guide in this room, and there's some lovely stuff in here. Well, yeah, we have a nice collection of chairs of various forms. I don't know, that's presumably...
That's a nice one.
An early Victorian, is it? Or
slightly earlier than that.
Or Georgian, is Unfortunately, Drew, all the stuff in the public rooms we have on public display, and it's not for sale, I'm afraid.
Okay. It's like being sort of bashed over the head with antiquity. You've gone, well, look at that, and look at this, and look at that, and it's sort of... Some of it's so old that I haven't experienced furniture of this age and this mass that is so accessible. From what I'm seeing now, if there's a junk room, I can't wait to get there, but also I'm enjoying just wandering around the building. It's an astonishing building.
OK, so I come up this way, and then must come up here and introduce you to one of the main personalities of the place. Because we have this quite extraordinary
great painting
portrait of Thomas Skelton, the Fool of Moncaster. And he looks right through you if you're brave enough to look him in the eye.
God, yeah, his eyes literally follow you around the room. He looks slightly mad, actually.
He's meant to have murdered a carpenter, and you know, many people think his spirit's still here playing tricks on us, and he's one of the ghosts. But you know the expression all over the English-speaking world, stop playing the tomfool or stop this tomfoolery, comes from this gentleman, Thomas Skelton, the Fool of Moncaster. There are many other famous fools. King Henry VIII had a famous fool called Will Ritson, but we don't call it willfoolery, it's tomfoolery, and it's known the world over, and we think it's from this chap who's reminding us we're all human and bringing us down to size when we get too big for our boots and think we're too important.
We have tea-foolery.
Tea-foolery, well, there you are. So you make sure his head doesn't get too big.
I'm the brains.
You're the brains. You sort him out around prick pomposity.
Well, he is my Blackadder to the stupid prince.
Well, exactly. It's good, that yin and that yang, you know. So.
When I find him wandering the moors, having stabbed his eyes out, bring him up.
Well, it's true, you know. Anyway, let's go. We'll end that conversation and move on. But some lovely rooms either side. But I think we better get you to the attics. Like most places in Moncaster, this room has to have a variety of uses. So this we've converted, you'll be pleased to hear, into what we call the Fool's Paradise.
It's a bar.
It's a bar.
Yes. My favourite place.
And this is only used when we have big festivals on and people are outside and they can come in. We've got a few strange things. Well, you could do with getting rid of that if you wanted.
Could
that.
you?
Probably.
You could throw it in my direction.
Well, need to talk to the missus about that, but I think that could get out the way quite happily.
This sofa dates to the turn of the 20th century. Its classic English country house design has appeal, and although 3 cushions have been recovered, the original floral fabric is still underneath. Unrestored, it's worth about £1,200.
Do you have any idea what you'd want for it?
I don't.
Okay.
I think I'd better, as I'm just the man who does a lot of stuff. I think you need to defer to my boss.
Well, let's talk to the boss.
As she's the one who holds the purse strings, and it's her castle, it's her stuff. So
the building is so massive it could take ages to locate the lady of the castle. Fortunately, Peter has a solution.
Hello, scary monsters. Are you receiving? Can you? If you are, can you please report to Fool's Paradise, please? We might have a deal we want to make. She often doesn't talk to me. She'll tell me I'm not listening.
If I called my wife a scary monster, she wouldn't talk to me.
Hello, just coming.
While they wait for Scary Monster, whose real name is Iona Frost Pennington, Drew keeps looking for potential purchases.
We've got some museum cabinets. So strangely, at the moment, I've got 3 of these in stock already.
Have you?
These 2 mahogany museum cabinets are also early 20th century. Because of their large size and excellent condition, they could sell for about £1,500 each.
They've been stacked up in here for all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Like, do you want I think a warthog tusk?
Yep, I want that.
Hog tusk
I
for
need
the
that in my life.
radiator of your car, and you're not allowed to put these things on car radiators anymore. But
That's off the radiator car. That is going on my Land Rover. That's superb.
I think it's illegal now in case you kill anyone.
Not in North Wales.
Not in North Wales.
Fine.
It's compulsory.
Compulsory, yeah. I'm a car enthusiast and I just love it. It's something that, you know, any car enthusiast is going to want. That's such a cool item.
The Warthog Tusk radiator cap is a rare antique, dating to the 1920s when hunting was a popular pastime among English colonialists in Africa. Today, it's worth about £700.
I don't want to put this down. This is something I really want. Look, I can't. I've completely lost it now. I'm resisting saying I've got the horn jokes as well.
But,
is that you taking it off me now?
I'm taking it off you, yeah.
Well,
luckily, I think it'd cause a funny bulge if you put it in your pocket.
What a thing. Amazing. It's what this job's about, really. I mean, where on earth, really, would you find one of those? There's something in there I really like as well.
And what's that?
I couldn't possibly tell you. I'll pull it out. There's something I really, 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 really like here, which is that.
The old lamp.
Yes. Yes.
This Victorian pillared lamp base would originally have held an oil lamp on top and can easily be converted to electric. Rewired is worth about £450.
They look really good when they're converted. Very charming. Again, quintessentially British country house interior pieces that I do have a market for, and I actually have a client for that lamp, and I know he's got one that matches it.
Hello. How do you do?
Drew, how are you?
Hi.
I believe I've got to talk to you. You're the boss.
Yep.
Right. Yes, I am. The castle's wonderful. I believe there's some bits you might want to get rid of here. I'll just say what I'm interested in. You say yay, nay on how much.
Right, OK.
This, like that.
Right.
This I love. I want to put this on my Land Rover.
That was my grandfather's or great-grandfather's in Kenya.
Really, what car was it on, do you know?
Rolls Royce, I think.
Of course.
Why wouldn't it be?
Why not?
Tell the silver ladies.
That would be of interest if available.
I think that's pretty expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Be expensive in my shop. Hopefully, it's cheap here today. That's just a wonderful thing. And that. So, do you have any clue on prices where you'd want to be?
How much would you give us?
For that, because of the rips on the arms, which is a shame, 400.
6.
No.
In the Lake District in Cumbria, architectural salvage expert Drew Pritchard is visiting 13th century Moncaster Castle.
It's wonderful.
In the Fool's Paradise bar, he's found several antiques he wants to buy, including 2 museum cabinets, a lamp, a rare car accessory and a sofa. But he must convince Iona Frost Pennington to part with them.
400.
6.
No.
5.
5.
It's very special material, that.
It's not. I wish it was. It's
Even
just
more
a,
than
it's
that.
just a brick. Oh yeah, that's lovely. That everything in my parents' house in the 70s looked like that.
Yeah, and you got a spare bit there as well. You know, that's for your.
So what horn would this be, Peter?
I think it's a warthog.
Warthog tusk. If you're prepared to get rid of that, I'd pay the same for the. I'd pay 400 for that as well.
Yeah, the only thing about that, I think we have some photographs with the car
on the car.
Top, yeah. So it makes it a bit more important to us.
Yeah, OK, fair enough. Well, that really should stay here then.
It should really.
On the front.
Sorry about that.
This then, look, can we meet in the middle, 500 quid?
Yeah.
And that's too much really, but I'll buy it. The museum cases, if you could give me a price, what you'd want for them.
350 each.
Can we get them out of here though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
take
that's
it
not a
up
problem.
we can get them. We got some. Well, we've got 2 sons who can help manhandle them, but
Perfect.
but some.
Those two, if all the glass is okay in all of them.
Yeah, it is.
There was also that lamp base I was interested in.
Opaline glass.
Okay, how much then?
That one, 250 for that one.
275?
Yep. Sold. These at 350 each, I'll take them.
Right.
I have a lot of these at the moment. They were selling well, now they're not. So I'm reticent to spend a lot of money on one. But what I'm thinking is the more I get, maybe somebody can do more of a project, and eventually when they do sell, they should hopefully go as a big bunch.
The bar's been a huge success, but there's still one more room to inspect.
Oh, now you're talking. Oh, what? Oh.
With or without the hat?
No, I don't think the hat's not for sale.
So is that a relative?
I don't quite know. We found it in a cupboard somewhere.
This plaster of Paris death mask was made in the early 19th century of a person unknown, possibly one of Iona's relatives. Used for centuries as a way of honouring the dead, death masks' rather ghoulish attractions faded in the late 19th century. This mask could sell for about £800.
Is he for sale?
I don't think he's a relation, but he might be.
What do you think?
Don't you recognise him?
Yeah. £350 for him.
Really?
Really? I'm fascinated with them. Death masks hold a real interest for me. Some things that make you feel uncomfortable, I like. I just think it looks as a beautiful object, just set in a simple case or with a collection of death masks.
Right, can I think about that for
Sure.
a bit?
No, that's fine.
Maybe
Think about that.
And do you think there's a? Do you think he looks quite like you?
I think if you close your eyes,
there's
Drew.
there's a looking in the mirror, is it?
Different nose, you know.
At the moment with the death mask, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to buy it. If I can, I definitely will. If it's original to the house, it must stay here. And if not, I want it.
While Iona goes to do a little research on the mask, the others head outdoors to the sheds.
There's sort of a few interesting kitchen implements and old bits of panelling. I don't think there's anything of any great interest.
No, there isn't. No, it's just bits. There's handy bits of panelling.
I mean, there's nice sort of little things like wicker, but you know, what can you do with that these days? It's a nice decorative piece, but would have. Well, there's other. I think there's a few other.
If we can have a look round some more.
There's a few chairs and things in here, and rather dirty and dusty, I'm afraid. But I think this is mainly chairs that have had their day. We'll put them in the outhouse.
Yeah, there's nothing of real
No, they're rotting
quality.
away. No.
No, nothing in here.
Yeah,
nothing in here.
As the outbuildings have nothing to offer, everyone reconvenes in the castle billiards room to hear Iona's verdict on the death mask.
Have you found out, is he a member of the family? Or was he a member of the family?
No, he wasn't a member of the family. Nobody seems to know anything about him. So I guess he can go, depending on the price. What did he say?
I said 350.
I thought he said 450.
I didn't say 450, no.
4 go to 4.
400 quid's fine. That's fine. So, I think we're done, are we?
Right, if that'll do you.
That'll do. I'm happy. You happy?
Yeah.
With the deals done, it's back to the bar to move the heavy cabinets. But there's a snag.
It's not coming out of the room. We can't get the museum cabinets out of the door. Now, they must have got into that room, so they've gone through that door.
I thought they'd gone through that door because it's a big door.
What is it, an inch and a half?
It's, well, you measure it, have a look.
Yeah,
It's
it's an inch and a half, sure.
Just
Inch
an
and a
inch.
half, sure, yeah.
That's the only way it would be taken. If the door frame wasn't there, they'd go out. Well, Drew, obviously Tom Fool is playing his tricks on us again. He's laughing his head off now because we did the deal, we thought we were sorted, and he's come up to bring us back down to earth with a bump.
Has he shrunk the door, or has he enlarged
He's probably,
this?
yeah, he's probably swollen the cabinet, I would think.
By an inch and a half.
By an inch and a half.
So we're just going to have to leave them where they are. It's a shame, but that's the way it is. Maybe it is Tom Fool playing a trick on us.
OK, fellas?
There you are, sir. Have fun with him.
Prepared a box, which is probably where he already is.
today, great day, good items, some new stock. What we do. Bought new stock, bought fresh stock. And a great place. I didn't even know this place existed. It's spectacular. Done?
Yeah, all in.
Thank you
Well,
so
that's
much,
your lot,
Peter.
sir. Thank you very much.
Enjoy it.
Been
Been
a
amazing.
pleasure.
It's an incredible
Been,
house.
It's stunning.
Thank you.
Thanks, Peter. Cheers.
Safe
Bye-bye.
journey. Watch the speed bumps.
Look at that. Not designed for transit looms, this
that
13th
was-
century castle, is it?
Ye oldie transit. They didn't have a Luton cart.
Yeah, it's designed to carry ye oldie 8x4.
Drew heads home to Conway for a quick unload, starting with the sofa.
It's not a really good sofa. It's not at all, OK? Now, I know that, but I just liked it. It's just classic English
Yes.
country house, isn't it?
Our house.
We haven't got any room for it. What did I say, T?
That it would end up in your house as soon as Rebecca saw it. Pretty
It's
much.
just lovely, isn't it?
It
It's just
is.
got a great country
Yes.
house feel to it.
Yeah, but I loved that little two-seater sofa. Loved it. It just shouted, come home to me. Good little find, that one.
Carl's passport photos.
That's uncanny.
Oh,
I don't like you anymore.
no.
Separated at birth.
No markings on it. Nothing at all.
What are we going to call it?
Well, it's Carl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ignore them.
Come on, Death Mask.
It's a new day in Conway, North Wales, as architectural salvage expert Drew Pritchard sets off on his next expedition. This time, he's travelling 2.5 hours east to Matlock, the county town of Derbyshire. In the 19th century, Matlock was a well-known spa town, and although the spa has since closed, it remains a popular tourist destination.
So a beautiful day today, Drew, and you're going to make me do some work somewhere, are you?
Well, yeah. It's a bit of an odd one. It's somewhere I've never been before. We're going to a carriage museum. Best thing about today, museums tend to have the best pieces. So we'll have a look.
The Working Carriage Museum is almost 70 years old and the largest of its kind in England. It was opened by Caroline Dale Leach's father, and she's made it her life's work.
Well, I was born and bred here. My father was always into horses. I can remember having my very, very first pony when I was 10. That's all I've ever wanted to do. I've taught carriage driving and horse riding all my life.
Oh, here we go.
Working Carriage Museum. Oh, it's bigger than I thought.
Good morning.
Drew, how you doing?
Very
Nice to
good.
meet you.
Good morning.
Thanks very much for having us here.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing the sunshine.
It follows us wherever we go.
We keep it in the van in the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why we're here?
Yes, shall we go
So,
and have a look?
Should we have a look
Yeah,
around?
Fine.
Oh, lovely.
That's where we came to.
So, this looks fairly sizable museum. So where did you get all this collection from? Where did it sort of, how did it happen?
I just always collected.
Okay, so what else have we got through here then? It's good. I really like it. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Mm.
Isn't
Belonged
that
to the Baskerville
gorgeous?
family.
Baskervilles.
Yeah, the Hounds of Baskerville. You Wales.
We've been there.
Yeah.
We've been to the house. I bought them a mirror out of their living room.
It's a lovely big place,
Baskerville
Baskerville Hall.
Yeah. We're having a look at all the frankly beautiful carriages they've got in here, and just transported me into another whole era, and the standard of the stuff they've got here is amazing. I love the colours, and this is all sort of enamel paints as well, which makes it enamel and nickel, and it's just so much nicer.
The carriages aren't for sale, but there is one antique, a display cabinet, that Caroline is keen to part with.
Do you have the key for it?
Yes,
You
we
do?
do. Yeah.
What do you want for it?
As much as possible, of course.
And I want to give you as little as I can get away with. So we'll have to find it somewhere in the middle. Give us a clue.
Don't you? You tell me.
This museum display cabinet with oak base and phosphor bronze top dates to the 1930s. With considerable restoration, it could sell for about £1,000.
If it was in perfect nick,
Yeah.
we'd give you £500 to £800 for it, in perfect condition.
It's nearly perfect condition. I have the key, it does lock, so we'll say 5.
No, because all of the joints underneath
Well,
have
I'll
gone.
hold it while you do it, then it won't do.
That one's not going to work. All the joints, see that? See how bad that is? My best price for it will be £350.
A little bit more, 370.
I know I'm being picky. I'll meet you halfway, £360 and I'm done.
All right.
Yeah?
Okay.
Happy?
Yep.
Deal? Thank you. It'll repair, okay, it's going to spend some money on it, but it'll repair well, and it should sell quickly because it's a good size, desirable, it's lockable, it's, you know, it's a good retail piece.
With one deal under their belt, they move on to the tack room.
I call this the heart of my stable.
Oh,
so...
that's, wow.
Okay, so...
That's gorgeous. That's not what I expected. I expected sort of straw everywhere and feed buckets and
I hope not.
salt lick and this, that and the other lying around. Very smart. It's got all the horse's tack, it's got bridles and bits and reins and all that type of thing in there. And it's actually very beautiful. What's that?
An apothecary's box.
Apothecary box. A doctor's box. Oh, I should have let you do that too.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should let me do that.
This small folding apothecary case is Victorian and still contains the original glass bottles. With some restoration, it could fetch about £600.
The poison compartment's in the back, so until you pull that out...
Oh!
Well, that's one of the original bottles gone.
Oh dear. How did that happen?
It fell out when we opened the door.
Oh, bugger. Oh dear. I hate breaking original things. Is that one of the square ones as well?
Yes,
Ah,
yeah, it's one of the little
there's the
original
stopper,
ones.
look.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I can't remember the last time I broke something original. I really can't. I absolutely detest it. Mistakes happen. That was a mistake, and I'm going to pay for it. Is it something you're wanting to part with?
Well, I will.
You will?
Yeah.
OK. What, obviously, you're in a position now of power over me because I've broken it.
Don't we just like being in control?
What would you want for it?
I don't know, you make me an offer. I have seen them go in other sales, anything from 1,000 to 3,000, and when they're absolutely perfect,
OK.
you know, I've seen them go.
I think I'm going to be buying you a new bottle. Yeah, I can't get anywhere near that. I value it finished at somewhere around £600 to £750. That's finished as well.
Yeah.
So I think we're very, very far apart.
We are. I was hoping for nearer 1,000. So we'll leave that at the end anyway.
Let's leave that to there.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some money for that. I don't know how it happened, but we'll give you something for it. Caroline has a set view of what she's prepared to take for it and what she values it at. Mine, I don't concur, as they say. I don't agree. I can't pay that much. If it was worth £1,000 or £2,000, I'd pay way more, but it isn't.
Pit pony bluff.
What do you call it? Pit pony what?
A bluff.
A bluff.
And you heard the nursery name, you know, Blind Man's Bluff?
Yeah.
Because they bluff their way along the pits. And so if you put a mask, you know, a scarf around with the children and whistle them around, they have to feel their way, so it's called bluffing.
Ah, OK.
How many times do we say you bluffed your way through that?
All the time. Well,
there you go.
a lot. Yeah, an awful lot.
That's where the saying came from.
This pit pony mask, or bluff, would have been worn by ponies in the coal pit to protect their heads. It's made from heavy gauge leather and hand-stitched. Made in Derbyshire in the early 1800s, it remains in perfect original condition and is worth about £200.
So you've got another one of these, did you say?
Yeah, one up here on the top.
Bring that one down? Won't mind, actually. Are these something you'd part with?
Yes, yes.
They're a little bit dark, you know? They've got a slight edge to them that's a bit moody, and I really like that. And I think they're also incredibly original, totally unrestored, as found. And there's two. OK, give us a clue for the pair. So I think they're lovely. I'd sell them as a pair as well, I wouldn't sell them singly.
No, £50 each, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, as I broke that, and we're too far apart on that, I'll give you 150 for the pair.
150 for those?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Deal?
Yeah.
There you go, is that fair?
150 for those two.
150 for those two.
Okay.
So I'm giving you 50 quid because I feel terrible about breaking the bottle.
Today ended quite well, actually. As usual, totally unexpected purchases. Nice area, great people, got some good bits, and it's only a couple of hours away from where we live. I'm going...
You going out on that?
Yeah.
And whilst this is up.
Well, there's no point in me hanging around. I can't do any of the work.
So, what do you want to do? All right, don't let him have a go on the whip. 'Cause he won't want me in the whip.
I'll be back in a bit. Hurry up, T.
Right, are we ready for
Yeah, let's go.
a jaunt?
Let's go.
Jolly good, lovely.
It's very relaxing, actually. As long as you go at this speed.
I don't like going too fast.
I do, but when I'm driving. Yeah.
It was lovely to meet Drew. It was nice that he appreciates all my objects, and he had a great feeling for them, which I think was very nice.
All right.
How was that?
It was very good, actually.
If you put a Volkswagen badge on it, would you get one?
Yeah. Four-wheel drive, fan on the back. It's great. Well, look, thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
I enjoyed it. I really,
Jolly good.
really enjoyed the museum. I did,
Lovely.
actually. I really
Thank
did.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
Right, let's get finished off loading up. Ooh. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little hoarse. Trot on.
So is that you're going to treat me like a horse now, is
Yes.
it? Trot on.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as we get back, I'm going to put you in the field and give you a bale of straw.
Promotion to running round and round.
You didn't think you'd get there, did you, T?
No.
But you have.
I did. People laughed when I said my life's ambitions are to run round and round and round on a bit of string.
As luck would have it, Drew's next call takes him all the way back to Cumbria. It's a 140-mile drive to Ulverston, a market town so old it's written in the Doomsday Book of 1086.
We're off to, you'll love this,
Go on then.
actually you might not love it, the Lakeland Motor Museum.
Oh, excellent.
And they want to get rid of some stuff in their storeroom.
Brilliant.
Lakeland Motor Museum was started by a private collector in 1978 and now features over 30,000 display items. It's run by Bill Bewley and Chris Lowe.
We have an interest in vintage cars and motorcycles, and we wanted to maintain the collection for future generations.
There's nothing for Drew to buy here in the Motor Museum today, but we have another storage area with, well, nice old cabinets. I think there's a Fry's chocolate one, some other shop sale stuff. Some other bits and pieces you're going to find of interest.
Here we go. Let's collect them.
Hello there.
Chris.
Hello, good
How you
morning.
doing?
Nice to meet you. I'm Bill.
Yes.
Welcome to the Lakeland Motor Museum.
Thank you. Thanks for
And
having us.
just this way.
Love to get inside.
Little Humber,
Can't wait,
1925.
I think we're going to love a lot of things today, Drew.
There's a lot of things I like. in
Good,
here.
hope so.
Yeah,
Thank you
very
very much.
So we start with our earliest vehicle, 1899 Gaia Day tricycle. Big single-cylinder 800cc thing. And they were the world's largest car manufacturer, and especially engine manufacturer, in the first part of the...
De Dion Bouton. Oh, God, look at all this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That's a Felon and More on your right. This is the only one here with a clutch, apart from this Douglas. All these others are belt drive, clutchless.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good, isn't it? It's really good. Today, I'm doing my job somewhere I've come for free. It's just wonderful. This is full on. This is good. It goes from the earliest days of motoring. Literally from a guy had a cart and strapped an engine to it and on a push bike. All the way through. And what they've done is they've not gone for mega high-end cars. They've gone for the cars that everybody recognises. 2CVs, Triumph Heralds, Minis, Ford Pops. It's the stuff you grew up with. The common stuff, which is now becoming rare. This is something we've had in our family for years. We've got a 52 TD, but various, this is the TF obviously, but the TDs and the TFs went through our hands. I even remember as a child, I think we got scrapped one. You know, but my father still got it, and my brother uses it on every summer. And here's another, this is one of my favourite looking cars.
Did the Monte Carlo Rally?
This one did the Monte Carlo in period?
Yeah, it's one of the few 140s with a much racing pedigree.
It's such a great...
Just that shape in it, that curve at the back of the roofline. And...
XKs, again, huge part of my childhood. Can't remember how many XKs went through the house. And used to get taken to school in one, you know. But they were no money. They were for nothing. And they weren't expensive then, in the 70s. They were cheap cars. Now, you look at them and you think, that's an utter work of art. Sir William Lyons, the guy who designed the car, was a genius, and he went right through from the SS 100, through Cs, Ds, Es, he did everything. The guy who designed the E-Type designed that car. That's how good it is.
So this is the late 60s, early 70s room. So...
Here we go.
I had one of them. That's the Mexico.
And it's got the rare proper RS alloys on it as well. This was like the car to have, the Mex, as we nicknamed it. That was a rare car when I was a boy. We all wanted one. When I was 17 in Glanconway, you either wanted a Mini, a 3-litre Capri, or a Mark I Mex. I have to say, all of these cars here, if I had to take one home, being really honest, it would be that. You know, it's the feeling that that car gave me. I saw it, I just went, I want that car.
Ace salvager Drew Pritchard is loving every minute of his visit to Lakeland Motor Museum in Cumbria.
Oh, God, look at all this.
Yeah.
And there's nothing he loves more than this 1972 Mark I Ford Escort.
Mex?
Yeah.
Real one?
Yeah.
Nice. For sale?
No. It's actually kindly loaned to us by a local chap, so...
No, look at this. Get out of the way. No, it's just... God, I love those cars.
Go on, I'm going to tease you away from it. You can't buy it.
See what's over there?
Fizzy.
No! Have you got a fizzy?
Yeah, it's hiding at the back of it.
Oh, what? Really?
Go
no,
on,
that's got to be for sale.
No, on loan to us again.
There was another blast from the past from T and I. If you were in school and you had a fizzy, you were the man. And everybody used to say, oh, it's really fast. Mine does 100 or mine does 95, that pill with 6 of us on it. They didn't. They did about 45 mile an hour. Oh, God, I love the fizzy. That, though, there's going to be one of them in my garage by the end of the year. I'm having one of those now.
As Drew's had enough frustration for one day, they head to an area at the back where there is one item for sale.
You're always wanting to buy something.
I'm always wanting to buy
We
things.
actually have 2 of those.
There's the...
Little James Autocycle.
Oh, really? OK.
It's no racer, but...
No.
99cc.
Is that one for sale or is it another one?
Well, we've got 2 identical ones, so they're both very similar.
What sort of conditions is the other one in?
Exactly the same, though.
Exactly the same. I'd like to see the other one as well. Usually, you go into a museum and you just know, right, you can't have anything in here because it's in a museum. It's in there for a very good reason. It's rare or desirable or the best of. And they said, well, we've got one of these bikes for sale because we've got another autocycle. We've got 2 James. Would you want one of them? Yeah, why not? If it's good enough to be in a museum, it's certainly good enough for me to sell.
Drew can only buy one bike, but Bill and Chris pull out both so he can choose between them. Autocycles have small motors that kick in when a rider starts pedalling. These 2 date to 1939 and were made by James Cycle Company of Birmingham. They're worth about £1,200 each.
It's really... There's sort of pluses and minuses for both of them, isn't there?
So you found your bike now, have you?
Yeah. Hang on, we'll have to do it.
Oh, yeah, it's this one.
No competition. Which one's the oldest?
Both the same year, 39.
What I'm looking at is I think this is the more original bike.
OK.
But for my clients, they're going to want the one that's the shiniest.
Yeah.
For this type of thing, because this will go into fashion display, I think.
Yeah.
But that's a...
Well...
I can swap them.
I don't think it hasn't got
Hasn't got a peak. You'll swap the horns over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, OK. 600 quid.
Put another 50 quid on and it's yours.
And swap the horn over.
I will swap the horn.
Sold.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's great, that's great. It's a nice piece to have around the shop. It's an interesting piece for my clients to look at and think, well, actually, I could put that in a shop window. I think that's more what it's going to end up as, because it's a good-looking thing.
The museum storeroom holds the promise of more excellent finds.
Yeah, so our storeroom's just up here. All sorts of bits and pieces tucked away.
This is not public display,
No,
obviously.
no, the public never go through this way. So, yeah, it's just through this door here.
Oh, yes.
After you two. After you, Chris.
And this lot you can get rid of?
The motoring-related things we'll have to think about. But the non-motoring stuff, there's some cabinets up here. These are shop fitters cabinets.
Ah, now, yes.
There's some at the other end, isn't
Always
there?
desirable, those ones. And you've got these as well.
Yeah, these are fries.
What's your glass, Christopher?
Fries chocolate. So that one, unfortunately, the glass is gone, but there's a very similar one there.
Has that got Fry's chocolate on it as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
The glass I can fix because it's worth it to have that display on it there. I can't get them down, Chris, so you'd have to be able to get them down for me. But I'm interested in that one.
Yep.
And those two there. Because there's two more down there.
Okay.
Well, there's definitely one, there might be two. It's way better than I thought. There's an awful lot of haberdashery counters, tabletop display counters, counter displays, fries, marked pieces. It's all good stuff. It's all in condition where it's a bit battered and there's work to do, which is a shame. But it exists, it's here, there's multiples, and if I can buy the lot, I will do. Because that type of little display case, we've always done well with them. I've got a lot of them in at the moment, so a lot to many can be good for sales.
The best of the many cabinets that Drew's picked out are the ones made for J.S. Fry & Sons, once Britain's largest chocolate producer. All of them are early 20th century, but they're in varying degrees of disrepair. The entire collection is worth roughly £2,800.
Are you happy with any prices wise on these? Do you want me to fire prices at you?
I'll fire
You go.
I'll fire
Go on then.
100 quid at you.
Right, £100 for that one. That one? Those brass fittings are original to it. They've been put on to hold it together.
Well, shall we say 150 on that?
Right. Okay.
Shall we come
so
back
that one
to...
will be 100 again.
Yeah. Let's go to... let's go to 150 on these two.
For the pair, that's very good of you. Yeah, I know. 150.
OK, and shall we do 100 on that one?
Right.
And we'll do 100 on that one.
Right, OK. This is really simple then.
850?
850 for the lot. Right. Yeah.
OK.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. That's fine. Today, I've spent a little and got a lot. I've got a bike I can sell straight away, and then everything else needs restoration. Bit of a pain, but that's the way it is. My job is to go and buy things and spend money to sell them to make money. But the only problem is now I have to go and buy a Mark 1 Ford Escort. And that's going to really cost me.
With the van loaded, Bill and Chris have one more treat for Drew. A ride in this classic 1925 Humber automobile.
Have you been in one of these before?
I have. A long time ago, been converted to a pickup.
Are you going that side too?
Oh, right, yeah.
Around this side.
OK. As you see, there's no door on this side.
No, you've got a spare, have you? Oh. There you go.
All we've got to do is hope we can get a start.
Right. Discard it. Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
Slip the clutch window, we can flip it up and... But they've got to see our... that's not too bad.
This is amazing. The ride out in the Humber was nice. It's not the sort of thing I'd buy, but it was beautifully put together. And once you got it into the top gear, it was smooth and quiet, and you could feel a good pull on the engine. That was really comfortable as well. I learned to drive. The first time I drove something, I was 11, and it was in something just like that. And maybe that started the addiction.
Could you gentlemen in the front make with the port, please?
Sorry?
We're lacking port in the back.
Tea was fine in the back. At one point, he asked me for some port. Very comfortable. He could have stayed there all day. We just fed him crisps and alcohol. He'd be fine. Thank you very much for a really, really good day.
Oh, great to meet you.
Thank
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
Thanks for your real pleasure.
Thank you. It's been a joy. It really has.
Okay. Great. Thanks again. We'll see you again.
Cheers.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Like playing with cars and bikes as normal?
I had a great time. I got you something.
What did you buy me?
It's something you need.
Is it the extra bit for my trousers?
Improve Your Driving by George Isles, Chief
Oh, yeah.
Examiner of the Institute of Advanced Motorists.
Okay.
You need this.
Okay.
Seriously. There's that one, right?
Yes, thank
and
you
then
very much.
another essential one, How to Pass Your Driving Test. There you go.
Shall
the
I
guide will improve invaluable to the learner driver, be a great money saver to the owner driver, enabling him to do so many repairs himself. There you go.
Do you know
that
how
quid was worth spending? I'm not going to have a single garage bill after you've read that.
how simply I can improve my driving?
Yeah.
It's not by reading whilst driving.
True.
That's
there is
one
that.
quick
Would you
step.
like gear changing?
Go on then, gear changes.
The person with a gearbox can be described briefly. 1, to maintain revolutions. 2, to provide neutral positions. And 3, provide a means of reversing the vehicle. 2 and 3 are obvious. Oh, 2 and 3 are so obvious as to require no further explanation.
Fantastic.
Chapter 7, bends and corners.
Bends and corners,
The
okay.
experts sum up their cornering techniques with the saying, in slow, out fast. In fast, out feet first.
That'll be you then.
This book is brilliant.
Do you know who will be happy with our haul from a motoring museum?
Who?
Rebecca.
Oh, why?
Because normally we go to motoring museums and don't buy anything, we just play with bikes or cars all day.
Yeah, we actually did some work this time.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm all right. Are we smiling?
Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Somebody's in trouble.
Bought a bike.
We've been to a motor museum. I had
I
no
can
choice.
see.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was so good.
You've bought that.
Yeah. Cool. It's for sale. I'm not keeping it. It's for sale. Selling it.
Set your pants on
No,
fire.
no, seriously, that's for sale. I'm not that interested. I think it's stylistically interesting as a shop thing.
Look great on the website.
Just get it gone. But what they had in the stores was loads of these.
Ah, perfect.
150 quid.
At the moment, that's all I'm being asked for. Display cases, display cases. So I was absolutely thrilled.
Carl's job is to get the autocycle up and running, but he's never worked on one before.
You don't put the oil in there. So where does the oil actually go in? That could well be it, but how on earth do you put the oil in there? Because that tube's not going to fit in there, is it? Where the dickens do you put the oil?
Meanwhile, the rest of the team gets started on the cabinets.
The whole case a bit wobbly. So all we're going to do, to save actually pulling it apart and risk breaking the glass, we've countersunk some holes through with a drill, and we'll pop some screws in, and that'll pull it together then.
And by the end of the day, Carl is hoping the bike is good to go.
You have to do one shot. Push it forward. Push it forward off the... You ready? Yeah. You ready? Yeah. Ease off the accelerator.
Ah! What do you think, Eds?
On Salvage Hunters, Drew visits a Welsh castle in Glamorgan.
So this is our old kitchen.
Look at this.
Yes, this is rather special.
My word.
And is tempted by a rare antique.
Can we get this in the van?
At a girls' school in Somerset, there's a huge difference of opinion on price.
£1,000? Definitely not. Give you 500 quid for it, and no more.
And at a slate mine in Gwynedd,
This you'll see here is the angle of the slate bed.
he hits the jackpot with a huge Victorian collection.
This is an entire chemist
This
shop.
is great.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Hello. Wow, that's unbelievable. That's an absolute gem.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
I really like that. Look at that statue there.
It's over 2,000 years old. No.
In his hunt for treasure,
No, we're going to keep those.
everything has its price.
I'll give you £500 for them.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And there's nothing he won't buy.
You wouldn't buy that, would you?
Just watch us.
With help from his wife Rebecca
You do what you do, and I'll do the selling here then.
and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. In Conwy, North Wales, top salvage expert Drew Pritchard is heading out on the road in search of new stock. First on the agenda is a visit to a medieval Welsh castle. It's a 200-mile drive south to the Vale of Glamorgan and the seaside town of Barry, just outside Cardiff.
Right, T. And we're off to see Fonmon Castle. It's an ancient castellated building that was sort of aggrandised, I think, mainly in the early Georgian period. It sort of turned from a castle to a residence. We are going to meet Sir Brooke Boothby and his daughter, Aliki.
Well, I'm Brooke Boothby. I'm now retired, having handed over the castle to my daughter.
I'm Aliki Karimji, Brooke's daughter, and I'm recently taking up the reins here at Fonmon.
Fonmon Castle was first erected in the 12th century. Most of the present-day castle was rebuilt and converted into a Georgian mansion in the 1700s. But a fortified tower erected in the 13th century still remains today. In its 800-year existence, the castle has only been owned by 2 families.
Things go into this house, they disappear for a generation, and then they perk up, and somebody goes, oh, what's that? And then we all have to have a sort of family country hunt to work out what it was.
Now, today could be good, exciting. Fantastic. Here you go. Fonmon, private castle and grounds by appointment only.
No Drews. No hawkers.
No
and
hawkers
shysters.
or shysters.
I'll just turn the van round.
Yeah. You reverse that a bit. It's really chunky. That's in your face, isn't it, that one?
I like it. That's the courtyard suitably cluttered.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Hi, Drew.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Hi, I'm T.
Sir Brooke.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
Thanks for
Hi.
having us. Fabulous place.
Thank you very much.
Very nice, very nice.
Well, we've got a beautiful day for it, so
It's lovely.
that's a start.
Yeah. OK, well, let's go and have a look.
Thank you.
Oh, it's lovely. So these are all the ancestors?
Yes, they are. This is Philip Jones, who originally bought the castle, and then through the ancestors to Robert Jones, who actually was the one who opened everything up and turned it into a sort of Georgian gentleman's residence, rather than a gloomy old fortress.
Is that by Sir Joshua Reynolds?
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Sir Joshua Reynolds was a leading portrait painter in the 18th century and was one of the founders and first president of the Royal Academy. He completed over 3,000 works of art in his lifetime.
We've got Reynoldses here that are good, like that one.
Yeah.
We've got Reynoldses which are not quite so good. We've got Reynoldses which are copies, and we've got one which we think may be a fake altogether. So we're not quite
all
sure.
interesting.
Yeah.
Right. I bet everybody goes, can I see the fake? Yeah, that's what they usually do, don't they? Well, it looks great. I'd love to see some more of it.
Absolutely.
So where to next?
Why don't we go and take a look at the library? I think it would be interesting to see, and maybe the old kitchen.
Yes, please. Which way?
Follow us. This is our old kitchen, which you can see we use as a dining room now.
Ooh. Look at this.
Yes, this is rather special.
Oh, my word.
It's a single slab of elm, dating from...
Around 1660, it was all put together when the room was built.
God, that's amazing.
And we believe that the feet are actually oak.
This is fantastic.
It's great, isn't it?
God. Can we get this in the van?
Not without being arrested after they found the police.
Yes, of course. I'm not sure that one opens. They don't all
That
open.
one doesn't, the rest do.
These open, yeah.
What a thing. An incredible one single slab of timber put there for that, just for that purpose. And then with those incredible tripod bases. You're not going to see those. You might wander around the country for a couple of years before you see one of those. What more, please? Love to see some more.
All right.
Some more what?
Some more
of the building.
Oh, please. I thought you said more police.
Definitely not. No, not after this morning, no.
Done this time.
Only when we try and steal your elm.
Oh, wow. Look
This is our
at
library.
this. Gorgeous, wow. What a wonderful room. Look, this plasterwork's phenomenal. I tell you what I really like in the plasterwork. See this sort of very, the foliage there?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
that looks so natural.
Yes.
When they were doing that, they even used to put pieces of branch in there and they'd put natural pieces inside them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When we went into the library, that was two rooms that have been knocked through into one to create a very airy and light room, because remember, no electric lights in this period, would have been candles and the fire. That would have been it, and then the natural light coming through the windows. What a wonderful thing, down here in Barry in South Wales.
Next, they head to the attic, where Aliki hopes some of the items cast aside in the long history of the castle might be hiding.
Wow. Oh, look at this.
But you can see, I mean, there's, you know, there's plasterwork and panelling up here, so evidence.
Thank
Right.
you. Wow, look at this, T.
So in there, there's a pile of all sorts of
stuff.
I don't know if any of it's of interest.
To watch with. God, this is amazing. It's a proper old castle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Incredible.
There's two panels. I have no idea what they are. or
Ooh,
where they
those
came from.
there?
Yes, and there's one behind you, and nobody seems to really know their provenance. So you probably have
They
a better
don't
idea
match
than we
anything
do.
in the building?
No,
Nothing at all?
no. Which is why they're stuffed up here.
These are really nice. These are carved and gilded and painted Gothic, as in pure Gothic, pilasters in oak English.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dating from?
These looking like they are 18th century.
Gosh. There's nothing Gothic in the house. That's what's
No.
so odd. So whether they were an acquisition that Robert Jones made and abandoned, who knows?
They look ecclesiastical. But also in this period, they could have. Did he have a church you pulled
We had
down?
a chapel. The gents' toilet was a chapel. That's interesting. That'll be where they came from.
They're really beautiful as well.
That's
Wouldn't take much to put
fascinating.
these
It was-
right.
It was a chapel.
Been just flat on a wall. Look at that.
Wow.
Fantastic. Look at this. Look at the intricacy of the carving.
Yeah.
This is the real deal. And very, very nicely done as well.
Oh, interesting.
God, they're beautiful. They're complete and they're untouched. I want to buy them. I don't think you should sell them to me.
All right. No, well, I think what you've just told me means I probably shouldn't.
And I wouldn't. If you think these are original to the house.
Well, that seems to me the logical conclusion, because I know that the rather unpoetically, the gents' toilet was the chapel, so I can only presume that they came from there.
They go to test out their theory that the Gothic panels belong to the old chapel.
Right, now the exciting bit. Fingers crossed this fits.
I think it's upside down.
We got it upside down, but
right,
be
okay.
very careful it's trying to come apart from the middle.
Okay. Oh, this fits. Right, so we're in the loo of the tower.
Yeah, we're in the tower toilet here, but I think that's pretty good.
Oh, you beauty, look at that.
Look at that.
So it's just missing a tiny piece from
Yeah,
there.
a tiny bit up
And
the
if we
top.
could find marks in the wall.
They're probably behind that secondary glazing lot.
Have you got another piece there too?
That's the right way.
Yeah.
Now we'll see if there's any more of it missing, because I think off one of them there's a section missing off the side as well. But there would have been a frame. Do you
Yeah.
know what? They're absolutely dead on, aren't they?
Aren't they? Yeah.
That's super. These old bits of panel have turned out to be something really remarkable. And I think that's what interests me so much about the antiques world, is I was able to go in and recognise them.
Having returned the panels to their rightful home, but without a purchase, it's off to see if the stables might elicit something for Drew to buy.
So there's various bits of furniture in here full of unloved furniture, I'm afraid.
That's okay.
And the recycling bins. I don't know if there's anything in here.
Let's just do them room by room.
Room by room.
You've got a knoll sofa.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I like those. Unfortunately, it being out here is not going to have done it the world of good.
Oh, yes, that sort of sofa.
Was this Nars sofa?
No, I don't like it. I
People,
think it was
people like them or loathe them, don't they?
Away.
I like them. I really do like them. See if you've got... Yeah, you've got decent cushions with it as well. Aliki and I go and have a look through some of the other outbuildings, and these are full of furniture that is way past its sell-by date and now damp, and none of it was really any good when it went in there anyway. That's the reason it's in there. Nothing that I can do anything with. Condition's not great. Nothing I really want. No, none of this.
No, right, no, I did think this was the sort of... This is the bit at the bottom of the...
Next door one.
pile, I'm afraid. We haven't done very well for you.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. My day was made by finding those panels.
Oh, well, my day was made by you finding those panels, I'm afraid.
I like this. Where did this come from?
I have no idea. Do you know?
been there for a long time.
It's not. It hasn't got a great deal of age to it, but it's probably 100 years old, max. Little oak, Spanish side table. Quite like it.
This oak table with hand-carved detailing was made in England in the early 20th century. With major restoration, it could fetch around £700.
That's a really difficult one. Needs about 300 quid spending on it to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worth...
Then it's worth 250.
It's worth about 6 maximum. So it's a tricky one, really, seeing whether there's a margin in it. It's 100 quid table.
Ace salvage hunter Drew Pritchard is at Fonmon Castle in Glamorgan.
Oh, it's lovely.
He's just offered £100 on this 20th century oak table. But is it enough to tempt a leaky to part with it?
I was going to say it was 150 quid. I can't even go that far on it.
I mean, in all honesty, for 100 quid, I think I'll probably keep it.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry. I just think for 100 quid, I'd rather keep it.
Yeah, it is what it is. So far today, we haven't found anything. Thought I was going to fairly easily. Lots, big house, been here forever, loads of outbuildings. Thought, game on.
Right, this is the last bit. So there's not a lot in here. The only things I thought you might be interested were... Now, this is a personal matter of taste. I quite like these. I think they're quite sweet.
Yes.
But I have not got the energy to do anything with them.
Right.
So you might have the energy to do something with them.
I think they're quite sweet too.
Oh, good.
I do.
OK. Do you want to get them out and have a close look?
Where did these come from, though?
Oh,
They've
very
been
good
here
question.
forever.
No. No, they appeared from somewhere.
They're French.
Yes, I think they came from my grandmother.
They're in a bit of a state, aren't they?
They are a bit. That's why I thought they were more you than me, because you'd know how to sort them out.
Put them back together again.
And take them out.
This French-painted iron patio set features 4 open armchairs, a large dining table and small side table. It dates back to the early 20th century. With major restoration, it could fetch around £900.
These are quite cute. They're a bit girly for me,
Yeah.
but the colour's
But for a small
great.
London-type garden...
Yeah, I could just sell these. I've got a shop in the top floor of Liberty, and these would go...
Oh, right, OK.
These would go well there. The colour's good, and they're commercial. That's what they are. They're very saleable. So I'm thinking, right, we've got 4 chairs, side table, outdoor dining table. Rock and roll, we can sell these all day long, easy. What would you want for them? Whose are they?
What are you... Well, they are actually my mother's.
OK.
That's
so...
all right. Flog 'em, tenner.
No. We'll have to ask. We'll have to ask.
Have to ask her?
I will have to ask her.
OK, well, I'll throw out a bid.
All right.
225, the set. Do you want to have a word, see if...
Yes, I will need to call Mum if that's all right. Right. Good news. The mother, she say yes.
Great.
But...
I knew there was a but coming. Yeah.
The mother being Greek,
Yeah.
would like a little more than 225.
What would you like?
250.
Yes. We'll have a deal. There you go.
have a deal.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Very good.
There you go, that's easy.
Right, very good.
We bought one thing, it will pay for the diesel, for the hotel, for our time, bit of profit, that's it. But again, good connection. They'll tell their friends. I'll get called into another house eventually. You know, I'm not going to stop doing this. It's a walk, not a race.
Wait, I can finish this one.
Thank you very much.
I'm, for one, absolutely delighted about the discovery Drew made of the shutters, as we've now worked out them to be. That's, for us, a major find. It's part of the collection that we've obviously mislaid and overlooked over the years. Well, thank you so much, and have a safe journey to the next place.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Pleasure to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Lovely to meet you.
I would have auctioned her off to you as well, but she's got my granddaughter on board.
Oh, I see.
Grandson. I don't know which it is.
Thank you very much. I've got 3 girls in my life. I don't need any more. Thank you. See
Have
ya.
a safe drive.
Oh, a lovely day.
Super day.
Welsh panels were something special, though, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they were a strange one, right? They really were a strange one. But
they belong there, don't
they? But yeah, it doesn't matter. Value doesn't matter when it's that's important to the history of that place. And then them saying, it just all literally went click, 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 and just fell into place, didn't it? So yeah, it is what it is, and I have to go, well, actually, that's really genuinely interesting. And I do believe in the whole antique karma thing. I do think it works. Mm-hmm. Works for me.
Well, are we going to head home, or are we going to...
I think basically we'll head south, side of country, and we've got a couple of bits to see down there, and we'll do that.
The next morning, Drew and T head 85 miles southeast to Bruton in Somerset. Bruton is situated on the River Brew and is home to the 12th century Church of St Mary.
It's a long way south today.
Yeah, we're down in the beautiful county of Somerset, and we're off to Bruton School for Girls. And it's just coming to the end of term now, and they're having a bit of a clear out, so we'll see.
Bruton School for Girls is a day and boarding school first established in 1900. It's set in 40 acres of grounds with 17 buildings and has 300 pupils in attendance.
I'm Alan Wells, and I'm the estates bursar here at Bruton School for Girls, and it's my job to make sure the facilities are in place for the teachers to do their job. We have many items here which are redundant and have no longer got a use in the school, and this is an ideal opportunity for someone like Drew to come and have a look, see what we've got, see if there's anything he can do with the items that we've got and upcycle them or sell them on.
Hello, Alan.
Hello. Hi, Drew.
Hello, mate.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Yeah,
and you.
good. Hi, T. Pleased to meet you.
Well, thank you very much for having us. It's frankly boiling and beautiful down here.
Yeah, I know.
We brought some of sun.
Yeah.
Let's hope it
everywhere we go.
stays. Yeah.
Like a little, I brought my little ray of sunshine with me.
Is that a ray of sunshine?
Well, yeah, for Wales, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'd love to have a look around.
Yeah. Well, let's go this way, shall we?
Yes, please. God, it's going to be hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
First stop is the school's art department.
As you can see on the walls, very big on art.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
Yeah, not bad.
The students' work, obviously.
When you think some of it's only 13-year-olds doing this art.
Very good.
This is
This has got a great room.
One of our art classrooms, but I brought you in here because I thought you might be interested in some of our old wooden stools and chairs.
Yes, most definitely. This type. These, I'm always after. How many have you got?
How many can you take?
As many as you've got, I'll buy.
These solid maple laboratory stools were made in England in the 1960s and come in a variety of heights and shapes. They're very handy in restaurants and bars, and if they're bought in bulk, they will be much more saleable. Each one is worth around £70.
Old school lab stools. They're hugely popular, they sell quickly, there's never generally a massive amount of restoration work to them, and we've usually got customers waiting for batches. Price-wise, we need to talk, really.
Yeah.
This type here,
yep,
least attractive,
yep,
tricky to sell.
Yep.
They are what they are, 15 quid a stool.
Right.
through to this type here, 25 quid a stool, and the other stuff is middle ground.
Right.
Is what we pay.
Which is where I thought you would come in at.
And it's going to be where I stick at as well, because these are not items that we're not going to get offered again. We will get offered another couple of batches this year.
Can we keep things easy?
Yeah.
And say 18 quid a stall across the board?
Yes.
That's the deal then.
Let's do that. And
Cheers,
I'll take
Drew.
a lot. No, that's
Thanks.
fine. Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
That's going to work really well for both of us. He's going to clear the lot. I'll do better on some than others, but across the board, we'll both do well.
And in the next corridor, something else catches Drew's eye.
These I like.
You like these?
Yeah.
Well, they are for sale if you're interested. The art master is prepared to release some of them. I know he wants to keep about 5.
Okay. I'll have to move a couple of bits of artwork.
Certainly.
Obviously, I'm going to try and find, being honest with you, the most original ones, which are clearly
sure you will.
these ones down here.
Yeah.
These are fab. These are really good little things. They are enigmatic. They're interesting. You look at them and you think, oh yeah, I just want to paint, or I just want to lean my painting I've got against that. It's different to an easel. It's more artistic than hanging something on a wall. They look cool, and they're in lovely condition. Untouched, few paint splatters on them. Apart from that, absolutely fab.
These oak art trestle easels were made in England circa 1900. With little restoration, they could fetch around £250 each.
What sort of market would you have for these?
These would go to somebody, fashion retail, I think. Right. Would probably be best for these.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at them and thinking, right, great. Instead of an artwork, a mirror.
Right, yes, I see, yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. But also, they're just nice little objects, aren't they?
Oh, they are, yeah.
I will take some of them with paint on it, happily. So just say those 5 there.
So you want 5?
Yeah.
So what are we looking at, price-wise?
I was going to say 45 quid each.
Well, I was going to say 50.
Oh. That's fine.
50.
That's 50 quid. There you go.
Cheers, Drew.
That's what I was hoping you were going to say. I was going to say, I was thinking of 45, but I'll give you 50. So we're on the button.
I'd already written down £50 on my piece of paper. And spot on the money.
Alan is very good on his prices. He's sort of on the nail every time. He knows what everything's worth. I know what I can pay. Fine. Grown-up, proper guy who's doing his job very professionally.
Yeah, down here, Drew, is our understage. You have to mind your head. It's quite low in here. Luckily, the lights are working today.
God, we're right under the stage, aren't we?
We are, right. This is actually the floor of the main hall above us.
Ah, so these lamps.
Yeah.
Yes. These are sort of standard with us, like, OK, tick, lamps. We do get offered them because, obviously, you've upgraded.
Yes.
So these come out, and they usually come out in sort of 10, 20, 30 and 40 was the most I ever bought from one place. Because they just changed the whole lot over.
Yeah.
They're actually quite attractive, though, on the... Which model are these? They're the Strand. Which one, T?
23s.
That's
23s,
right.
yeah.
23s.
We went underneath the stage area, and then there was some theatre lights, and that is something that we're offered constantly. Used to really like buying them. Wish I could buy those ones. They're a great example, but I'd just be putting them in a pool with thousands of others for sale in the country now, and unfortunately, I would not be able to sell them. So, great item, perfect condition, probably get them for the right price, can't sell them. These, unfortunately, are going to be a no today.
OK, that's fine, thanks, Drew.
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago when we were buying them and nobody else was really doing them en masse, but now they're just everywhere.
Everyone's copying you.
Well, no, nothing's new. When I was doing it wasn't new. Right. You know, so it's a shame because they're in really good condition.
Well, should we go and find somewhere else to look at?
Yeah, please. Oh, that's better.
The rest of the time...
Next, Alan takes them across the school campus to see if there's more salvage in the garages.
Number 3, we've got a couple of items that might be of interest to you, Drew. A novel hinged garage door.
Oh, hello. Look at that. You're not talking about this, are you?
Well, does that interest you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even in the state it's in?
It's in a bad way, yeah.
It's in a bad way. It's had a hard life. We acquired a boarding house around about 1940s. and it was on top of the boarding house right on the gable end. And when they converted it to boarding accommodation, it was thought that it was a bit dangerous up there.
Guess
And
it fell on somebody.
so it was taken down, and it was thrown in the bushes behind a garage.
Interesting.
This late 19th century weather vane is made of cast and wrought iron. It features a full-bodied rooster complete with ball and directional arrow, and could fetch around 1,200 pounds.
The condition's not great. That will really affect it. Head missing's a major pain. Go on then. Right, you've been very good at your prices so far. What do you want for this one?
It's got to be worth top end.
Which is?
£1,000.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
No.
Salvage Supremo Drew Pritchard is at Bruton School in Somerset.
Bridge door.
Oh, hello. Look at that.
He's keen to buy a 19th century weather vane, but bursar Alan Wells has started the bid at £1,000.
I think it's worth, repaired, 1,200 quid.
Yep.
Max.
Yep.
Max. This condition, I'm going to bid you really quite hard on this.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 500 quid for it, and no more. I know you think it's worth a lot more. But because of the manufacturing method, it's just cast.
Yep.
It's not as exciting. No. It's also had some period repairs over here with lead solder joints, so that means structurally it's got some issues. That's broken, and the head. So it's got all those things which the collector is going to look at and go, I'll wait and get a better one.
Yeah.
That's being honest with you.
Would you go to 6?
Meet you halfway, 550, and that would be it.
550,
Yeah.
Drew.
OK, thank you very much.
It will have a good home.
The cockerel is an unusual item, fresh to the market, that we could get lucky on, or we might not. It's one of those, but it's different. That will go its own way. We'll see what happens with that. That's going to be an unknown. Ah, cool. They are the right size.
Oh, you're happy with them then, Drew?
Yeah, they can see there's a few different sizes, but that's great.
Yeah.
70 in total.
It was definitely worth coming down here today. I've got bulk, what you want from the school, a big stack of things that will sell well. And doing deals with Alan was perfect because I think he had a very good idea of what things were worth beforehand and done his homework and knew what I was going to spend on everything. So it became a fairly straightforward business. Oh, we're done. Thank you so much, Alan.
Yeah, thanks, Drew.
Appreciate it.
Nice
Really
to meet you.
enjoyed it.
Thanks for the business.
No, anytime.
Great.
Thank you, Alan. See you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thanks. See you then. Bye.
Super. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted from a school clearance. The best things there, I think, to be honest, was those superb little artist easel stands.
Well, Rebecca will be happy because we've got a good full van.
That is not bad at all, actually, is it?
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. Hello, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Where have you been?
We've been down the West Country.
Yep.
Somerset. And it was very, very nice. Absolutely fantastic. And we went to the Bruton School for Girls.
Bruton School for Girls.
And we did very well, thank you very much. Uh-oh. Our first exhibit for the day. Painting easels.
Oh, yes.
How nice are these?
These are
Oak.
fantastic.
Early 20th century, 1900, 1910, somewhere around there. Beautiful construction.
How many have you
Have
got?
like that.
Oh,
5.
well.
So you put your painting on there, put your pot in there, off you go. How nice, 50 quid a pop.
How nice.
And then we got 73 school stools. These
All
are the
this?
sort of, yeah,
Oh,
and better.
brilliant. We've none left.
Have we?
No.
Right size.
We haven't got any.
Haven't got
Have
any
we?
left.
No.
You sold them all?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I can sell these sort of lab stools day in, day out. And actually, a majority of them had lovely shaped seats, which is quite unusual.
Last item off the van is the 19th century weather vane.
I love it.
Do you really?
I really do.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. If
It
it was
looked
mine.
nice on top of Pritchard Towers, actually.
No.
No. That means I've got to put it up.
Love it.
Before long, Drew is back on the road. But for a change, it's a short journey and only a 20-minute drive from Conwy to Gwynedd. near the industrial town of Blaenau Festiniog, which was built in 1750 to house the workers from the local slate mines.
It's kind of a man-made landscape, isn't it, really?
That's what I like about Blaenau Festiniog. A lot of people do it down and say, oh, it's horrible, it's ugly. It's not. It's not. It's the product of man. We've created it. Look at it. Everywhere you look is slate. I mean, is that a mountain or is that slate?
My name's Michael Buick and I'm a director of J.W. Graves & Sons Limited, the company that's been working here since 1836.
Leckwed Slate Caverns has been an active slate mine since Victorian times. And at its peak, it produced almost 24,000 tonnes of slate per year. When the demand for slate declined, the owners opened the mine as a tourist attraction in the 1970s. Today, visitors can tour the underground mine, go mountain biking, and even take zip-lining tours through the quarry. But not every tourist venture has been successful.
One of the general managers who was here came up with the idea of why don't we use these little buildings that we've got here and create a sort of Victorian village for people to experience. And I think it might be fair to say that he was a bit of a collector. So he started this process and then went off and did something else. And so what we ended up with was some Victorian village and an awful lot of stuff in some rooms.
I've got a call from a guy called Michael. He's a friend of a friend. Right. And they came to see me at the shop and said, we've got a shop interior we want to get rid of. It just sounded great, shop interior on the doorstep. I don't know what it is. Shop interior.
So here we go, the signs for Zip World.
Leckwed Slate Caverns. Stay, Ben. Come on. Boy.
Hello. Morning, gentlemen.
How you doing?
Hello there. I'm Michael.
Michael.
Nice to meet you. Hello there. How do you do, Good to see you.
You've got the full complement today.
Fantastic.
Enzo.
Hello, Enzo.
Oh, there you go. He likes you.
Marvellous.
It's up to you to decide which smells the worst.
What's got the worst manners?
So far, he's behaving really well.
Yeah. I promise I won't pee on the building. He will.
What we're going to do is I'm just going to take you for a quick look at the mine, because as you know, we've got a sort of slate mine here.
Yeah.
Have a look at that and then get stuck in, I guess.
Yes, please.
Smash it.
Love to. I've lived here for 40-odd years.
And you've never been?
Never been down the mine.
Extraordinary.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
That's really naughty.
I know.
So we're now about to travel on the Seapees Passenger Railway in Britain, which is going to take us over 100 feet down into the mine, where we can see how the Victorian slate mine has worked. Underground, here we go.
Ooh, cosy. She's compact.
Certainly is. There you go, you can fit in there nice and snug.
How far down have we got?
About 150 feet. And then there's another level below that, and then below that there are 5 levels, all of which are submerged.
Going down in the mine, I couldn't say no to Michael. What I forgot to tell him was I really don't like going down in things like that.
Yeah, you can feel the cool air, can't you?
Cold and damp.
That was some commute, that, wasn't it?
Once I got down there, I got to the bottom, and all I kept doing was looking up to see the light behind me all the time. And just before I went into the mine, I had to walk back and look back up at the lights to sort of make myself all right about it. It was really odd.
Quite steep. I have walked down it before now. So welcome to the mine, gentlemen. Where you are here would have been being dug out in the 1850s and 60s by men working with hand tools and gunpowder. This you'll see here is the angle of the slate bed through the mine. So throughout the mine you'll see the seam of slate.
Same angle.
Going at that angle, exactly. So beneath us here, there's one more level for the visitors. Men with shovels and
look
picks.
at that.
Here we are. So here's one of the chambers, dug out by hand in the 19th century.
Oh my God.
The noise you're hearing is the noise that you would have heard if you were here, of all the trundling of the wheels and the sound of the hammers and that sort of thing. We've got that running as a backdrop.
So they did this all by hand?
All of this was dug by hand.
I think it does bring the reality home that he was telling us entire families would spend 20 or 30 years working in one cavern. Grim, tough, and I'm glad I don't have to do it. I've been down here, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Quite keen to get out of here.
Safely back above ground, it's time to get down to business.
If you follow me up here, we're going to go and look in one of the stores that we've got. This one's over the old Miners' Arms pub. I think you're going to get quite excited.
Ooh, where did this lot come from?
One of my predecessors had the idea of creating a sort of Victorian village here, which they sort of half-started. And we put a few bits on display, but to be honest, this stuff is all surplus to what we need.
So this is an entire chemist shop?
This is an entire chemist shop.
This is great. I'm very pleased.
Excellent.
And you want rid of it?
Yeah, no, well, because, you see, our plan is to keep hold of all of the slate-related stuff. So anything that's to do with the history of slate mining or quarrying, that we want to hold on to. But, you know, we're not a history of chemist shops.
So there's some great pieces in here. We've got a shop counter there. 2 verticals. This, which is the till, which I absolutely love.
Oh, that was a till?
Yeah, look.
Oh, wow. Oh, God, isn't that amazing? Yeah, fantastic.
Well, if not the till, it's the very exciting stuff, this.
I've only actually been in here once before.
This is epic stuff here.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
So it's not worth me spending 5 or 6 hours going through every single box here.
Yeah.
Because everything is interesting. Acid.
Oh, put that back.
There are hundreds of items secreted in this pile of shop fittings. Some good.
They're worth money. These aren't.
And some not. It will be a tall order to price the contents.
Because there's a lot of junk and then there's little gems.
Will Drew take a chance and buy the lot?
This is a super fine. It would be a crime to break this up.
Ace salvager Drew Pritchard is at Leckwed Slate Cavern in Gwynedd.
I think you're going to get quite excited.
Ooh.
He's just discovered a massive collection of Victorian chemist shop fittings.
This is great. I'm very pleased.
Excellent.
And it keeps getting better.
There's more through here, actually. I think there's a few more bits in here. Watch your feet. There's a bit of glass. This is some old bits of sort of wood and...
No. This.
That. Yeah, it's a cute thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just people love this pieces. These would have just sat on the counters.
Right.
Super. Even the door.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then you've got all more back bar here.
Yeah. This is
more of the back bar, the back fittings. And then you've even got the sign, J. Lloyd Jones. J. Lloyd Jones, J. Lloyd Jones. Excellent. It's a complete,
all from the shop.
Complete chemist shop.
Fantastic. Well,
You've got a client called J. Lloyd Jones. That'd be very.
No, but I've
handy,
got somebody who'll want all this. You could put this into a museum. You really could. And the best thing is we've got bottles with J. Lloyd Jones on it, and now we've got the sign with J. Lloyd Jones, and we've even got the front door that says chemists. It's incredibly complete.
Next, Michael takes them to the warehouse, where there's even more stored.
this is also an original 19th century splitting mill, where the men would have worked splitting the slates. Right, now, so as you can see, this is a big old mill building.
Are you still using this?
Yes, this area is used to make slates flooring slabs.
Bar. So big bar there again.
Big sort of counter area, yeah.
Okay.
Another glass display case. That's a rather intriguing thing.
Oop. Vanessa Williams, bookseller. Williams Ellis.
Shop in London, I think it was. The family are still involved in the quarry, and I think this came from a member of the Williams Ellis family.
And they don't want it?
No, I mean, to be honest, I did check it with them, because I wondered, but, you know, so it seems like it's quite a special thing, in a way.
It is. It's a super thing.
Do you want to check out?
It's an original sign.
Right.
To be designed as a book. This has got a lot of age to it.
Mm.
There is a wonderful timber English folk art bookseller's sign. It's got a extremely simple steelwork gallery to the top.
It's all part of the collection, so that can go if you're
Yes,
if you're
please.
interested.
Yeah, no, I'd like that.
Fantastic.
Can we tip it forward? I want to see if there's actually, if it shows anything underneath it, because you'd walked underneath it.
Oh, of
Yes,
course,
there
yes.
you go.
Oh, look, yeah,
Yeah.
pages.
That's good. That makes it for me.
Which it is nice, isn't it? Because you can really see the
Yeah.
book shape.
There's later paintwork on that.
Oh, right,
But
some
an original sign
right.
with later painting. Still.
Okay.
Very interesting. So we've got another couple of bars. This has been made up. See? It's an old chapel pew panel there, and then an old top, and then they've put some skirting in it. That's quite decent, though.
Mm-hmm. So that one you think is possibly a real one, as it were?
That's a real one. That's made up, but it's made up well enough that it can be sold. Coming up to the sort of top warehouse where the old splitting shed, and they've got more of the same, but the bigger pieces that wouldn't fit in that shed.
It's an almost impossible task to value the chemist shop as a bulk buy. But amongst the bric-a-brac, items of note include several mahogany display cabinets, 4 shop counters, a number of shelving units, a shop till, and the original shop door. Drew has to take all this into account when making a bid.
So, we need to start talking money.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm about for absolutely everything. So this, that, the bits of carcasses, which are no use, these 2 bars, the back bar thing here, all of the pieces down there, everything, the whole lot, 3,000 quid.
Okay. I think that's a decent start, but I mean, I know what I'm trying to do with the money, and you know, I was hoping for nearer 4, because that would actually get me sorted with what I need to do.
I can't come up much.
No?
Can't come up much. No, purely because I'm going to have to send get 2 more guys here, and another couple of vans to get everything out. It's going to take 2 trips. There's 400 quid.
Okay.
And then it's a little bit of an unknown quantity.
Right.
Just a bit, because I can't see everything out, and there's an awful lot of rot in some of it.
Right.
So I'll go to 3,250, and we'll buy it all, and we'll take the lot.
Okay.
Yeah?
If you're taking it all, fantastic.
Wonderful.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Right.
Who's taking it all?
Well, you know, obviously there's a cafe on site, so it's going to be you and Gavin and
whoever else is on that.
And the cavalry is called upon, in the lone shape of Gavin, to help pack up the enormous haul.
Today, fabulous. I am 20 minutes from home. I'm in a beautiful, stunning industrial area of North Wales. And we have found something extraordinary right on my doorstep. Couldn't be much better.
It's been fascinating, I have to say. I mean, it's been really nice to actually find out what some of the things were. And I'm really pleased that we've managed to clear out a couple of rooms so we can get on with the things we need to get on with.
Right, there's the other van going.
There you go.
Cool. Well, we've filled 2 vans, sort of. That one's not completely full. That one's absolutely rammed.
Fantastic.
So we've got plenty of stuff.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Real
Marvellous.
pleasure.
And you. Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Cheers. We shall see you again.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Go on, Ins. Oh, God. I didn't realise the site was so vast.
It's massive, isn't it?
Absolutely huge.
Amazing what they've done with it. Are you happy with your small purchases of the day?
I am. That is a great haul.
It's been a long time since we went, right, we'll have everything.
2 van loads later, they're back in Conway.
There's a lot in there. Who's driving tea?
Yeah, wait till you see this.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
That looks
Brace
as
yourself.
though it's not empty.
You like this. Isn't it, Gavin, one of the best?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And this one.
I thought you were joking.
No. a complete Victorian chemist shop.
From a mine?
From the high street in Blaenau. All of it, everything. Right down to...
The till?
Tablets, the tills, unopened bottles of Lucozade and loo roll, you name it, we've got it. So there's some gems, actually. This is my particular favourite piece is this little thing here. Look at that.
This is unbelievable.
Really, this is a Georgine pigeonhole.
I love that.
Isn't that fabulous? It's still got all of the receipts and the stamps
you
and
lift it
everything in
up
it,
and-
yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Gonna go.
Okay, step. Gav, step.
Onto the tail lift or
On the floor. On the
Okay,
floor
Gav.
there.
Mind fingers.
Going down for a minute.
Pair of.
Pair.
A pair.
Have it.
Yeah. We good? Yeah. Okay, and
Sure.
down there. And we're down. And down.
Excellent.
I like that, lads.
Look.
Closed.
Unbelievable.
It's just...
Like time capsule.
Got a little museum here.
Yeah. Do we sell it as a complete unit or do we break it up? It's worth a hell of a lot more money
It's broken up.
as a complete unit.
Oh, do you think?
Yep.
It's a big unload for the team, but Drew has some good news.
And I mentioned it to a very well-known chef that we do a lot with. And he's interested in the entire thing, the whole thing. So we're just going to put it roughly together and then fire him off a couple of photographs, see if there's any interest. Go back so this one's level with that one a bit, so we can sort of... That'll do. Right, now, see if those units will go together somehow on the top there. There'd have been an infill piece between it, so that's the end, yeah?
Is that every single bit?
No, there's more bits everywhere. Right.
I love the counters.
See, there's another door.
I love this. I love this.
Just give it a general wipe and then we can photograph it. This is good because I couldn't see it when it was in situ. It was just, there was nothing there. So to see what we've got, it's not bad at all. And it adds up to quite a lot. So I'll whiz these photographs off to our guy, see if he wants it. If he does, we'll do a deal. And ideally sell it to him as it is and just spin it, get rid of it. On to the next one. Shut the way for a second, guys. Just want to just get a quick photograph of the whole thing.